They're like, no, we agree.
No, now we're unmuted, but I wasn't even paying attention. Hello and good morning. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching FunkShop TV.
What's going on?
The intro's over.
Oh, okay.
We need like a sound effect for tapping the screen.
Right.
Like, tink, 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 tink. Hello, is this thing on?
I guess. I mean, it's so early.
Hi.
Right
Huh?
I'm just kidding. It's not that early.
You say it's so early right now? Yeah.
I felt like I slept on a bed of cactuses.
You know, I'm going to look it up, dude. There's got to be a scientific word for cactus fetish.
I mean,
that
there
is you.
is, and I'm sure there's porn for it. Rule 34, right?
Yes.
Oh, the kind of stuff that pops up when you type in cactus fetish is not pretty.
Oh, I can't imagine.
I can imagine.
Because the only thing you can really do with the cactus is put it places.
Here's
or
a
roll it
form.
across the surface. Like,
Here's a form that says, "Is a cactus fetish weird?" And
yes.
in the body it says, "I'm starting to get sexually attracted to my cactus, and I'm wondering if this is common. Are there any other weird fetish people out there?" And the best answer says, "Yes. I would think that a cactus fetish is weird. No, it is not common, and I have never heard of anyone having a sexually desired for a cactus. Using leather gloves would be a good idea." The next person said, "It is weird. That's why it's referred to as a fetish."
Mm-hmm.
There's no name for it.
Cactus
No, but
in?
there is anal cactus BDSM porn videos.
Whoa.
That's pretty much what I was thinking. Like I said, you can only put it places or roll it across the surface. I just don't know. So technically, it's ribbed for your pleasure.
I don't see spined for your pleasure.
Porcupined for your pleasure.
Yikes. Those nightmares.
It's going to be one of our merch items. You realize that, right?
A cactus?
A cactus.
Cactus
Yeah, no,
shirt.
that's
Like
going to be
cacti.
our t-shirt.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna
Very
work this
phallic
into-
shaped.
Well, you're going to have the tentacle porn one too. I'm going to work on a couple
I'll
different
wear that
designs.
one.
Well, I'm working on learning Illustrator. It's a project,
How
dude.
long did you spend diving into that yesterday?
about an hour after you left.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, fuck, dude, my brain is just melted.
Yeah, I try to set a goal of like an hour a day to watch tutorials, just like learn.
Yeah.
I spent like 8 hours.
I try to set at least that. You know what I mean? But
It's a lot easier said than done.
yeah, sometimes.
A lot.
Yeah, I really thought I was going to send you a video last night. I thought I was going to get like any.
Were you diving
Fuck.
into Da Vinci last night?
Yeah, a lot.
Were you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to.
See, I can't get excited about that.
Oh, I love it.
I like doing graphics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, flyer design and layout and stuff.
Well, there's a little bit of that in DaVinci with the compositing. You kind of feel like you're designing like three-dimensional, sometimes
Yeah, I
like
guess.
titles or what have you. But
Also, you
That makes sense.
dived into Fusion into it.
I haven't even touched
Okay.
Fusion yet. Yeah, I've been pretty much trying to get my Streamlabs settings 100% perfect, which I feel like I did. I ran the whatever optimizer and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
changed a couple things off of it, and I feel like I'm golden.
Streamlabs for especially for a free software, it's
amazing.
pretty badass.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
It's so user friendly and like you got to be a dummy to not be able to figure it out within a few days.
Pretty much. I mean, OBS was
What are you
definitely
trying
harder.
to
but-
say? Oh, just one.
Nothing, dude.
Okay.
You had to figure it out right away.
I know. I know I did. I'm just fine.
You know, I have seen messages from people that are like, "What is It says my thing can't do face, whatever."
I can't FaceTime myself.
Yeah. Well, if you can't go watch a YouTube tutorial and like figure out what you need to get done, then
I agree.
I pity you. Like natural selection should have taken you out a while ago.
I pity the fool.
Oh God, Mr. T. I did that like back in high school. Mohawk and all. Disgusting.
Me too.
By disgusting, I mean awesome. I wish I could grow a mohawk.
Hey,
like
dude,
that
say
again.
Ray, I see you.
What?
I said I see you.
Oh.
I see you in chat.
Oh.
So I didn't look up any stories or any trending topics at all. I figured Fridays we should do Freestyle Friday anyways, and let's try to encourage people to come into chat and just ask us questions, and we'll answer them to the best of our ability.
We have like one whole viewer right now.
We won't always answer them honestly, but we'll answer them to the best of our ability.
We need to share this.
We should have two. That's weird.
Yeah, it looks like we have two now.
Oh, well.
Oh my God,
Yeah, I've been posting it. It was funny. I was playing. I couldn't, like, I woke up at almost midnight, and I could not fall back asleep, so I just started playing Call of Duty.
Nice.
And a few people that come into our streams were, like, engaging in chat, and I don't use a headset. My computer's not fast enough in my living room to be able to actually use Streamlabs and just do the whole overlay and theme shit. So I was just playing and trying to log some hours on Twitch. So I feel bad if they were felt disenfranchised.
Could you see their chat?
I wasn't trying to ignore them. Did I see what?
Could you see their chat?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I was acknowledging their presence. You know, I was just like, hey, I'm just on to try to get some hours in. But Ben Comedy, shout out to Ben Comedy because they lurked for a while, and Demon DJ, he was lurking.
Nice.
I appreciate it. Why is my phone?
I'm sharing that. It's gonna be amazing. This share.
Yeah, my phone's having an issue.
Something went wrong. It's not gonna be amazing. It just something's gonna go wrong. Son of a bitch.
Have you done an audio check, Sean? How's our audio sound?
I don't know. I have those shitty headphones that suck ass. That
Aren't those Beats?
no, those aren't Beats.
Oh,
Those are Skull Candy crap.
just in a Beats case.
Yeah.
Can we refrain
so
about
bad.
calling Skull Candy crap on this podcast because they might want to sponsor us someday?
Well, if it sounds anything like that, if they've improved, I won't take them.
Once they start sponsoring us, they're gonna sound amazing. I don't
You're
know
gonna
why,
put
but-
anything on your head that sponsors us, Sean, and you're gonna fucking smile and pretend you love it.
I'll pretend, yeah.
That's all that matters.
Right?
So since we were talking about fetishes, and I happen to, now we have another viewer. I want to look and see who it is. Hope it's not my mom. It's bad timing. Good, she's not here yet. So, since Sean has a cactus fetish, I was trying to find the scientific word for cactus fetish, and I didn't find one, but I did find an article that was posted on therichest.com. This is from 2014, so it is a little outdated, but it's 10 of the most popular sexual fetishes.
Cactus is
Are we
not
are
one
we
of
gonna
them?
guess or?
I mean, yeah, we can do that, but just to kill some time, I'll read the article. What are the most popular sexual fetishes? First off, the definition of a sexual fetish is the need for an object, body part, or material to achieve an elevated state of sexual arousal. Technically, some of the list might fall under kinks or preferences and not the specific category of fetish, but it seems these days it's all gray area. Is that a play on words? How many shades of gray is there?
It's all pink area.
Suffice to say, the list covers some of the most popular of them. Also, for many people, these are things that enhance their sexual experiences but aren't necessarily required to achieve arousal. A true fetishist must always have their individual kink present to reach a state of sexual satisfaction. I didn't know that.
Either.
So you're not a real fetishist if you're not engaging in your fetish, or you're not going to have a true orgasm if you're not engaging in your fetish?
So are we all fetishers? Fetishies? Fettuccine Alfredo?
It depends on what you identify as, but if you don't need any extracurricular items,
Do you masturbate with just your mind? Or do you look at pictures on the computer?
I can do it with just my mind.
I can't.
Well, you know what? Not anymore. I'm getting old.
Yeah, let's be honest here.
I'm getting old. Back in my prime, I had no problem.
Back
You
in
know,
my
you
prime, I
like-
could knock out 13 in a day. But
I mean, a donut with one hand and spank my monkey with the other. It's easy.
back in the day,
Take
all
a
I
little
needed was like a
testosterone,
bra
you'll be good to go.
ad out of the newspaper, and I was good to go.
Right.
But expectations have changed.
I remember going through puberty and going through this giant JCPenney's catalog to see what you
delicious.
want for Christmas, and you just happen to get in the bra section, and all the family is around. You just like, you know, you're turning pink, and you're just trying to avoid everybody, but you can't help but keep looking.
Thank God.
That's
for
when
the
I had to
internet.
take that mysterious poo. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
So, realistically, anything can be turned into a fetish. It just depends on a person's desires and preferences. What starts as a fetish, it's a complicated issue to dissect. But according to Barnaby Barrett, Ph.D., a sexy therapist and president of the American Association of Sex Educators, Counselors, and Therapists, experts theorize that an experience with masturbation as a young child, often one that has long been forgotten, could develop into a fetish for an object or a scene that serves as a reminder. Is having a fetish harmful? Most experts agree that as long as you aren't placing yourself or anyone else in danger or breaking the law, that it's harmless to indulge in a fetish to achieve release. On the other hand, if a true fetishist needs his or her obsession every single time they have sex to achieve an orgasm, it may not be very practical. Depending on what the fetish is, it may be a real obstacle to developing any real intimacy with another person. Society places a stigma on most fetishes, although, as a whole, we've become more accepting of individual preferences.
And there's whole communities around it.
There is. There definitely is. And we've shown a few on
We have?
the horse one.
Oh, I wouldn't call that a community.
You can't tell me
That
that's
guy
not a
died,
fetish
didn't
community,
he?
dude. No, we're talking about one where people put on like a horse nose mask and they
okay.
leather stirrups and they
When you said
trot
the horse thing,
around.
Yeah, that's not what I envisioned.
Yeah, I'm not.
I envisioned the video that we made with Dwayne.
No.
I envisioned the one where the horse fucked the guy to death.
Tijuana. The
The guy
Tijuana
thought
donkey
a
show.
horse was not going to deep thrust on him. Like, he thought he was just going to get the tip.
Did that really happen? I
Yes.
thought that was
That was in Washington.
I thought that was a legend, like an urban
Oh,
legend.
There's a
that-
video of it. Joe Rogan had it posted for a long time on his channel. Don't ask me why you would ever want to fuck a horse. I mean, you just wanted the big dick. I mean, go find a black guy.
No. I heard that's a
Don't be a
myth.
horse.
But society places a stigma on most fetishes, although as a whole we've become more accepting of individual preferences. Most people are embarrassed about their fetish and don't necessarily discuss it outside of a specific circle that may be dedicated to it, such as a strip club or group they belong to. What's most popular these days on sexual fetish menu? Take a look.
Let's go. I'm excited for this dive in.
Number 10. You know what? If appropriate, I will show the picture that they're putting along with these captions. But I'm
Can
gonna
we
have
also see the sexy lady who did this ad or whatever? It was some kind of sexy lady who also.
I doubt it was.
She's probably not sexy, right?
Yeah, I doubt it. She put her own picture up. I didn't see one. So the number 10 is adult babies.
We've talked about that before.
Yes, we have. Recently, actually. Adult babies are those individuals that enjoy being a baby again. They
That
may
low.
They may enjoy regressing partially or completely, participating in the act of wearing diapers, being fed by an adult, sucking on a baby bottle or pacifier, dressing up in baby clothes, crawling instead of walking, and speaking in baby talk. Individuals interested in infantilism most likely enjoy the nurturing aspect. They may be seeking attention or have too many responsibilities in their daily lives, which they wish to escape from. I'm going to try not to laugh at these. So if I laugh, don't take it personally if your fetish falls under one of these categories.
Well, I have to wonder, what leads someone to want to act like a baby or take care of a baby?
I think
you
it's the
know?
extreme.
Well, like I just said, they
Extreme
may be seeking
subside.
attention or have too many responsibilities in their daily lives, which they wish to escape from.
But also, the ad said that it may be from some trauma from childhood, like right before we got into this part. So that's where I was kind of like thinking from, is like, is there a potentiality for this to be like sexual assault as young, like as babies, or maybe they participated in something like that?
Or
It
maybe,
just seems
yeah.
very strange.
No,
you
it
know?
it does seem strange. I remember seeing it on Jerry Springer, and I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
You know, and on Jerry Springer, it probably was a joke at the time. It was
Exactly.
probably way overinflated. But when I found out it was a real thing, I was kind of dumbfounded a little bit. Willie, thanks for the cheer. Making it hail up in here.
Making it rain.
The next one is not uncommon, especially in today's day and age, and I think it's becoming more and more common. And there's a male nipple on here, so I can't show the picture, but I'm sure you can picture what it is: swinging and group sex.
Oh, yeah.
Swinging refers to the act of a committed, usually married couple indulging in sex with another couple or individual with the full consent of both partners. The idea of swinging or experimentation with group sex is usually driven by the male in the relationship, research showing over 75% of the time. This particular preference presents many challenges to a relationship, including possible feelings of jealousy, low self-esteem, and issues with trust. Some couples, however, report that active swinging or indulging in group sex does the opposite for them, increasing the woman's confidence and allowing husbands to see their wives in a new light, strengthening their commitment to one another. It all depends on the couple and the reasons for participating.
I know a couple people, but so
Who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
no, they wouldn't care if I named them anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to know their names.
One of them worked for me, the ice cream, like our first year that we had it. And anyways, yeah, she's always posting about it on her Facebook constantly. Like,
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I got a couple friends and two married couples and such.
I really need to put up this fucking. We need a dry erase board.
Yeah.
What'd you forget? You forgot to push record.
Yes.
So we're talking about sex, and you forgot to hit record.
I mean, I can start over if you want.
You were talking about
Bro,
cactus fetishes.
Man, when I upload this to YouTube, you can download it from YouTube, and then you can just take the first clip off and just cut and paste, right?
I mean, I could do lots of things.
I'm just saying. If you feel like it's that entertaining.
I'm just. Yeah.
What up, gamer? We're we don't have a whole lot of topics to talk about because we're all just preoccupied doing other things. So we're
Like
just
swinging?
talking about whatever we find. And
Not
Sean,
together, though, I swear.
over there, he was talking about his fetish for cactuses. And so we decided to
My cacti fetish.
try to look it up and see if there's a scientific word for it, which we haven't found.
It's
But
a
we did.
non-sexual fetish. I just enjoy saying the word cactus.
Okay, so it's just a word
It's a word fetish.
fetish.
Like a language fetish? Like,
I don't
you got to say the right
You
combination
know what?
of words to.
Yeah.
Throughout my
Every
life,
woman is a fetishist or something. Like,
Yeah.
I love the English language, and it's as we're raised with it. We're taught it when we're taught how to talk. So to us, it's really not that hard. But it is one of the most complex languages on the planet.
it is.
We have so many different words for the same fucking thing.
I use cactus for
But my
like
entire
everything.
life is as far as I can remember. I remember reading simple books. I remember reading hard books. And I would find words that just caught my attention, and I would say them over and over and over again. One of my absolute favorite words to say is onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. It's just, like, it's such a comfortable word.
I wonder if there's any onomatopoeia cacti.
I doubt it.
I'll look after the podcast.
Well, that Monday's show, we're going to dive into onomatopoeia cacti. But there's been a lot
I'll
of words.
make a
We're
video
like,
about one.
have you ever
I'll put one
talked?
around
You're
the
like
table.
involved in a conversation and you say a word and you just want to keep saying it for some reason?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not alone.
No, especially if it's something
You
slick,
are not alone.
something that you learned recently.
Yeah.
You're like,
That too.
that's pedantic. And then you sit back all fucking accomplished, like you did something.
Pull a pipe out of your pocket.
Yeah. Yes.
See?
Common folk.
Or like
You peons, you
the
plebs.
longest word in the English language.
I'm not even going to try to
My
say it.
dick.
Word. Not that kind of word.
All right, that's fair.
Do you know what it is, Sean?
No.
I don't know if it's still correct, but I know at one point it was anti-disestablishmentarianism.
It's not. It's
not any longer?
Yeah, no, it's some sort of medical term. It's like
For a small penis, ironically.
that would be fucking hilarious.
How ironic.
Yeah, it's like some ridiculously long medical term.
I'm looking it up right now.
Nice.
Longest word in the English language. Strengths is the longest word in the English language containing only one vowel.
Interesting.
Eoue, a medieval E-U-O-U-A-E. God, that's even hard to read. It's all vowels.
That's not a long word.
It's not a long word. Well, we're getting to it, Sean. Calm. Jeez, you got a date today, bro?
Cactus.
You and There's a sale on cactuses over at Lowe's. You just got to get to.
That would be dope.
Can you pronounce that word? Hey, Gamer, congratulations. Gamer just hit affiliate.
What word?
That's what's up. Congrats, man.
We dropped him some views and tried to boost his viewership up so he can get there. So I'm glad you're there, man.
Went and watched him and Game, whatever the other chick was the other day.
Welcome to the minor leagues. That's what I've been telling everybody. Like we were so excited when we hit affiliate, and then you realized that partner is so far away. So we're like, all right, affiliate is the minor leagues, partner is the major leagues. Yeah. And once you get to boss status and where you're like Tim the Tap Man getting 30,000 subscribers a month, then you just don't have to worry about doing shit anymore. If I was getting,
you could buy lots of cactuses with that.
if I was getting the kind of donations that guy gets and the kind of bits that guy gets, just watching him for an hour, dude, racks hundreds of dollars. I would be streaming 24/7.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap,
complain.
but, I'd be streaming while I'm taking a shit. I'd be like, have my tablet here so you can watch me take a shit while I'm playing a video game. Like,
what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Pushing this one deep.
I mean, if you're making $90,000 a month just streaming with the potential to turn that into $150,000 a month, what are you gonna do?
Get a
not be
potato.
here.
You're gonna chase.
I'm gonna be streaming continually.
You're gonna chase the $150,000.
Yeah.
Exactly. So back to the English language. Before we get back to the fetishes, we're gonna go down all kinds of rabbit holes.
Where were we?
Dude, it's Friday.
I don't know.
Freestyle Friday. That's what we're doing now. EUOUAE. Say it.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yoda?
McDonald? It's like how you spell yodel. It's I can't even talk now. A medieval music term is the longest English word consisting of only vowels and the word with the most consecutive vowels. Well, obviously.
I bet you if I put that word into what's the little like Scrabble game on Facebook?
It wouldn't accept it,
Holy
bet you it
shnikey
wouldn't.
shit.
but it'll accept XU.
Will it?
Zoo.
That's not how you spell zoo.
I'm gonna have fun with this. We'll come back to this. You know what? Let's finish our fetish list, and then we'll come back to the longest words in the English language, because I'm gonna put them on the screen, and we're gonna have Sean read them.
Oh yeah.
It's a terrible idea.
It's Friday. Number 8 on the top 10 fetish list is water sports. You know, let me check it.
I need
love grabbing the hose
someone to
and-
elaborate on that.
I want to check it. I'm gonna, but I want to make sure my mom's not here.
That bad?
It's not that bad.
Mom and Dad aren't here.
Water sports is peeing on
No, I know.
people.
No, water sports is not peeing.
Oh, it's not peeing.
No.
Oh. Yeah, now I really want to know.
Part
That's
of what
the
is
slang term has been used for so long.
part of what is termed water sports is a sexual arena. In the sexual arena is urolagnia. Urolagnia. Is the G silent? Would that be like baloney? Urolonia. A more common fetish than you might think. Urolonia is the act of being aroused by urine. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So just
Well, the picture was very misleading then. Because it's the picture, and I can show this.
Yeah, I was like, what other water sports are there?
This is what the picture is.
Okay, yeah, that's what
So I figured it's just
Shower
doing stuff
sex or
in the
something.
water, like
Yeah.
maybe some buoyancy, some lack of.
like-
put some salt in there. I
Well,
want you to flow, girl.
they couldn't put somebody peeing on something. They couldn't R. Kelly
So-
an article.
Urolonia is the act of being aroused by urine, whether it's the feel or smell of it. It may involve the consummation or act of bathing in urine as well. Common types of urolonia include wetting oneself or the observation of another person wetting themselves while fully clothed, watching the act of someone relieving themselves in the bathroom, or even acting as a human urinal, also known as receiving or giving a quote-unquote golden shower.
Or an R. Kelly.
It may involve the desire to urinate in public or watch someone else do so. What causes this type of fetish? No one really knows what causes these associations and needs to become lodged in our brains. But individuals that are into this type of fetish describe feelings of liberation when urinating in public, and regression to childhood where they feel loved when they wet themselves or watch another helpless person.
I just feel relieved. Personally,
This is kinda
When
creepy.
you piss your pants?
like if I have to pee and I go pee, I just like, oh, thank God.
Well, everybody does. I don't think that's a fetish. That's just natural. When you relieve your bladder, it's a comfortable feeling. Yeah. It also involves some elements of control and humiliation, especially when someone enjoys relieving themselves on someone else.
Have you ever peed on anybody?
No, I have not.
Why?
I've never had a desire to.
Have you ever had shower sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I intentionally pee on them every time. It's a game I play, and I've only been caught a couple times. I mean, it's all warm water to them. They don't know.
I'm going to message my parents and tell them not to watch today.
Please watch.
Stay away from the podcast today, Mom and Dad. You'll never want to watch again. Actually, if Matt Lowe the other night didn't chase him away, nothing will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah,
Speaking of, did anybody put in chat that we're live?
no.
Chat.
I'm going to do that now.
In the group chat.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Dwayne's going to make up some excuse like, I just woke up.
Shit, me too.
Because he was trying to install his Switch with a telephone cord. I don't know.
And couldn't figure out how
How does this Ethernet port not work?
the face overlays on Streamlabs aren't working properly. You don't need to use them anyways. Stupid. Number 7. Any guesses? It's pretty common.
It's poop. Poppy, the next progression.
No,
Pee, poo.
I mean that's easy to assume.
I mean,
but
I assume it's gonna be on there. Somewhere.
I don't think poop's gonna be in the top 10, but
I definitely do.
okay.
I think it's that common. I
Well,
mean,
this
I
is
would
what-
hope not, but I.
This
I
is
just
one of those
assume.
things where you have to click the banner at the bottom to go to the next one. So
Yeah, okay.
we're not gonna know. This is just as exciting for me as it is for you guys. Yay!
Drum roll every time.
Number 7 is, you know what?
Poo or spanking?
Real quick, we're talking
Maybe
about
spanking.
fetishes on FunkShop TV right now.
Well, I don't think number 7's BDSM. I think that's higher on the list.
Me too.
I do
That's
too.
that's gonna be probably,
2 or 3 is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
or yeah.
I was trying to think like what number
would you-
1 would be.
Yeah.
I gotta post this in the singles group.
But I mean, it just depends on how they're defining it. If it's as open as the term is, like I was saying,
That
anybody
describes
who
such a huge.
yeah, anybody who watches porn on a computer is essentially a fetishist. You know, like you can't
Right.
just do it in and of yourself. You have to have this exterior thing.
All right, number 7. Here's the picture. You guys ready?
Oh,
There it is.
Oh, cross-dressing.
Cross-dressing.
Damn, I thought that would have been higher too.
I did too, actually. Individuals that cross-dress wear clothing and accessories of the opposite sex, quote unquote. Cross-dressing is more common than you might think, predominantly affecting heterosexual and gay men. There are a variety of reasons for cross-dressing. It may be that the individual does not feel the gender they were born into fits with who they are as a person. And maybe they are aroused by the radical idea of wearing something forbidden to them. It may be that they simply enjoy the different aspect of fashion not usually available to them in society. Cross-dressing has
Love me
become
some
more
dresses.
acceptable by society in the last 10 to 15 years, with shops and internet boutiques marketing specifically to cross-dressers. Cross-dressing has found its way into popular movies and TV shows as well, including Some Like It Hot, Hairspray, Bosom Buddies, etc. You know who makes... I just had to click the next one to get the picture before. I'm very distracted right now.
Look at the screen.
It must be poo. Poo's up
It's
next.
not poo. It's not poo. You know who makes a very
Giant vagina.
ugly cross-dresser?
Me?
Sean does.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen the video. It
That
wasn't
video
great.
was horrid.
It was not
You
great.
are a horrible cross-dresser.
There's
bro.
also a picture of me circulating from high school that I've seen a couple times, and it's not great. I'm wearing like a yellow dress and a pink top.
All right. Well, so take a guess As I'm wearing a pink hat. That's not very masculine.
It is.
I don't give a shit. I like it.
It's
Say something.
breast cancer month. Right?
Exactly. Well, that's what it's for, yeah. Breast cancer awareness. I like titties.
Yeah. I love boobs.
Number 6. It is not poop. What do you think it is?
It's not poop, and he's this disturbed.
I'm not disturbed. I was just shocked by the image.
I was shocked by the image. Could it be the horse? Do you think the horse is up next?
No. I was gonna say maybe like
5, 4,
the
3,
flogging, maybe.
2. Nope.
But
Good
I'm
guess,
thinking
though.
that could be higher though.
I think that's gonna fall in the whatever 50 Shades of Grey. Oh,
There you go.
toes.
There you
Oh, I
go.
thought that would be
Number 6 is foot worship.
Yeah.
Foot fetishism is surprisingly common. It's the most common fetish of the non-genital body parts and non-sexual objects, which can be debated because feet can be a sexual object and women can achieve sexual climax by having their toes sucked on or having their feet
I hump
massaged
my
in the
feet
right way.
every day.
Excuse me?
Some women can. It is true. Here's
Where
why.
are they?
Here's why. Well, you know, on a woman's body, that we'll dive into this. This is a show that I've actually been wanting to prepare for a long time. Is the sexual difference between men and women.
We're different?
No.
How about that? Wait, what?
This is news to me.
We have different hormones.
Women complain about having a period once a month and having to bleed and having to push out a baby and everything, but when it comes to sex,
Yeah.
they get everything. We're just like, when a guy climaxes, we climax. Sometimes it's better than others, sometimes it's mediocre, and sometimes you're like, yeah, okay, I got that over with. Women can climax from multiple parts of their bodies. Not all women can, but there are numerous erogenous zones for a woman.
Yeah.
And with proper stimulation, many women can climax from having their feet massaged the proper way or their toes sucked on.
That's crazy.
It can be done.
I've heard of women who can climax from getting like their nipples sucked on, like their nipples are especially sensitive.
Yeah.
And for some reason that does the thing, but
It's all about where the nerve endings are.
and women are especially like sensitive to that stuff. So
Well, our bodies have nerve endings at the bottom. Our feet are what connects us to the ground.
Yeah.
So electronically, that's what kind of keeps us grounded, so to speak. If you ever have a really bad headache and you go to a podiatrist, and the podiatrist can probably put pressure on certain points in your foot to make your headache go away.
Yeah.
It's scientifically proven. This article says foot fetishism is surprisingly common. It's the most common fetish of the non-genital body parts and non-sexual objects. Sigmund Freud offered the explanation that people develop this fetish due to the fact that the human foot resembles a penis.
nigga, whose foot looks like a dick?
Sigmund Freud. I don't know what dicks you're looking at or what feet you're looking at.
Feet, yeah. We need to talk.
I need to see like charts.
Each toe is like a little dick. What?
Yeah, did Sigmund Freud actually write charts on this? Did he do a scientific study?
How many toes was this nigga sucking on? That's what I need to know.
No, 5, 10, 15, 20. No matter what the reason, foot worshiping is popular fetish with 90% of the fetishes being male. Yeah. It can involve the foot alone or feet, shoes, and socks or stockings. Perhaps it has to do with how we are wired, with our brains reacting to different pleasure centers on our bodies. Even individuals that are not into this fetish may enjoy having their toes sucked on once in a while. Now, I know a lot of people that feet gross them out.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, do feet really gross them out, or do they really have a foot fetish that they're afraid to explore?
Probably a little of both. Column A and column B, I would imagine, because I think some people have to be repressing things, you know, and like they outwardly are aggressive towards it, like in the homosexual cases a lot of times. But yeah, I don't know about feet. I feel like genuinely some people gotta hate feet.
Yeah, I don't know about feet. Like, you don't know about feet. Like you don't know if it's your thing.
Well, I know it's not my thing.
It's not your thing?
I mean, I will fuck titties, but I won't fuck feet.
Okay.
Yeah. There's different body parts I get down on. I'll stick my dick between butt cheeks.
A friend of mine came out and admitted he had a huge foot fetish years ago. So ever since, people will find the pictures of the nastiest feet, the nastiest toenails, and put them all on his Facebook on a regular basis. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So on to the next.
I saw
The
a
next
picture,
is
picture of a photoshopped foot that had like teeth for the toenails, but it was like whole shitloads of teeth. And like reading through the comments, there's like people that legitimately thought it was a real picture.
Oh yes.
I'm like,
What? That was the toe teeth picture?
yeah.
I'm gonna find that.
There's like in the comment section, there was legitimate people.
Do you know
that
what
were
he's
like,
talking about?
This is gross.
No, I'm envisioning
It is
that
nasty,
movie
dude.
Teeth
You need to go to
with
the
the
doctor.
vagina. You guys know about that one? With the vagina has a mouth and it like eats dude's dicks.
Oh,
She fucks him.
I think I've seen. Isn't that in the Star Wars film?
Yes, it was The Last Jedi. Luke got his penis eaten and disappeared into the ether.
Gosh, what
I'm
happened
so
to this
mad about
picture?
that movie. I'm working on that too. Black Panther first. That's coming.
Because people used to post that very picture all over this
I
individual's.
just saw it like yesterday or day before, in fact.
Yeah, I just searched toe teeth and it's not popping up.
Or teeth on toes.
Nigga, toe teeth. I'm shocked that wouldn't just bring it up instantly.
Yeah, me too. Because this
Teeth
picture
toes.
has been around for a long
Yeah.
time.
What is Google good for if I can't just put in
Somebody
toe
needs
teeth?
somebody
and
needs to do the
fucking-
reverse of that. Put somebody's toes in somebody's mouth.
I'm not looking for this picture anymore because some of the stuff that I'm looking at just is.
Are you on Bing? Don't search for things on Bing, by the way.
No.
I almost went to
Yahoo.
jail.
This is Ya-
I'm
do-
in Yahoo.
You know, go to Google. You'll find it in
Yeah,
Google.
Google's the only
Google
thing to
search engine. All the other search engines suck monkey ass.
I was looking
They suck
for-
toe teeth.
Exactly. I was looking for a D&D character. All I wanted was a young elf female.
Huh.
I typed in young elf female, thinking I'm going to get...
What the funk is that?
That's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to jail. Chris Hansen's coming in. I'm so sorry. Google, please save me.
Oh,
Yeah, no, those are the faces.
I found it, but it's really small. Where's the large?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I still face guilt. I have nightmares. You can't unsee
No
some
pun.
things,
Face
you know?
guilt. I'd have face guilt too if I had toe
like
teeth.
Tub Girl.
Yes.
Yuck.
The dog fucker or whatever.
Obviously, the classic 2 girls, 1 cup. That has to be a fetish.
You know, for some reason that one didn't bother me as much. I mean, it was
Oh, maybe I
obviously
can-
grotesque, but like
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, like for some reason that one bothered me less than all the others.
What's fucked up is those like some of those classics, and there's probably a few more that I'm. There's,
Blue waffle. And
yeah, like and
Goatsy.
yeah, that's the one right there. I just saw. It doesn't even like they did a good job of photoshopping it. It's not that hard to do that, but it's definitely not real.
No, it's definitely not real. It's
Like,
still hideous.
Dummies are like, oh, like how would I don't even understand how a dummy looks at that and goes, that's real.
Yeah,
Do you know how gullible humans are?
that's a
No, I don't. I
good.
don't.
That is a good point.
That level of stupid, I just can't fathom in my brain.
I mean, there's a lot of dumb in the world, and I can't fathom most of it.
There's a lot of dumb in the world. Number 5
should be a
on
Dumb?
dumb.
No, that
I think it
does.
is.
Dumb is a fetish. It's what their uniform is? A red hat with white letters that say "Make
MAGA.
America Great Again."
No.
That's the dumb fetish uniform. Number 5 is probably more common now since this list came out in 2014. This is probably one of the top 3 now, but it's number 5 on this list. It's spanking.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
I bet that's down the list. I feel like that's gone down because I think we all just like
It's just too timid now.
yeah. It's just like that's
Part of
that's,
sex.
That's Wednesday. That's breakfast.
Yeah, I feel like we've all been desensitized to sex pretty much since the internet
Yeah,
became
that's
available.
true.
And
That is true.
I saw a thing a couple years, maybe 2 years back, where they were talking about the effect on children now since they've had access to porn at such a young age,
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
none of the other generations
Oh
have.
man,
True
Your
story.
mom's here?
Mom's here.
What up? What do you think about this, Mom?
Damn it.
How was the porn access in your day? Probably limited, I would imagine, as opposed to now where it's plentiful.
Turn your volume down for the next half hour or so. Why do people like being spanked? It has more to do with just a feeling of pain one feels. The area of the buttocks that meets the back of the thigh is considered erogenous zone, and if contact is made with the right amount of pressure and frequency, it can result in arousal for many people. Spanking through ilicatus? Elicitus?
You don't think those are words?
Yeah. I'm gonna need a definition.
Elicitis. Elici. Anyways,
Illicitness?
illicits? Illicits? But
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Illicits. Illicits.
Yeah.
Spanking, though, elicits. Dude, now my brain is thinking all these big fucking words that we're going to dive into. So, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Mom said lurking. Good idea. I hope you know your lurking means you don't turn it all the way down. Just turn your speaker down, not the actual
Turn it
Twitch.
up. Turn the beat.
Turn your
up.
Twitch all the way up. Turn the speaker down. Elicits a whole array of psychological responses as well. It can take us back to our childhood, make us feel loved or humiliated, which many people find a turn on. It can also be a part of domination and submission, with a partner administering the spankings, taking total control. Whatever it is that we enjoy about spanking, it's a common fetish, making it number 5 on this list.
I feel like they're gonna miss a bunch of like fetishes.
Well, this is just more,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it's a top 10.
I don't even think it's
You-
gonna be a top 10. 'Cause I
you-
guarantee if you go look like on FetLife.com, and
But that's,
you'll find a more accurate.
Is that like
I
a
don't think
fetish
so.
website?
And
It's like adult version of Facebook.
Oh.
they're more accurate according to people that dive into fetishes,
Yeah,
period.
so
But this is like a broad spectrum. Like people like parents, our parents. You know, they're not going to know about a lot of the fetishes that are actually out there nowadays.
Oh man, there's
To them, mom's
thousands.
like, little do you know, I love a paddle. Like, yo, enough. Number 4.
I'm glad you said it now.
Number 4, voyeurism and exhibitionism. According to researchers at the Carolina Institute, one out of 3 individuals enjoy watching sex or exposing themselves in public. 1 in 3? I mean, we see it in the news every day, but I didn't know it was that common.
Yeah, and watching somebody live have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studies show that men are more voyeuristic than women, with 12% of men being aroused while watching sexual acts compared to 4% of women. As demonstrated by the adult entertainment industry, 80% of their audience is men. Exhibitionism is a different story, though. How many of us have worn revealing clothing at some point or another, or showed our bodies
every day.
off a bit at the gym or the beach?
Yeah.
This guy.
That's why I wear
All the time.
tight lace.
Show me the way to the beach. There may be a bit of exhibitionist in all of us. Although exposing yourself and having sex in public is illegal, as a society we seem to almost encourage it with the existence of nude beaches, fetish clubs, and even certain festivals such as Mardi Gras, where women are encouraged to flash their breasts for beads and trinkets, which is not true any longer.
I try to get those
Is
beads,
it not?
but they
They
just
don't do
give-
Mardi Gras?
They do Mardi Gras, but it's become illegal to
Sure you
trade
do.
Man,
beads for kitties.
now we gotta move Mardi Gras somewhere else.
Nigga, what? Yeah, no, I mean,
We're
New
gonna,
Orleans is done.
It's the whole liberal thing.
Wrap it up.
let's bring it up to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Nigga, the whole nipple thing I thought was men can then expose their nipples and it was cool. I thought it was
I kn-
all nipples everywhere. It was just 100% nipple.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It depends
I
on
don't
where
get
you
it.
are.
I'm real
Like
sad.
like in New York, you can man
So-
and walk around without shirt on. It's fine.
According to this list, number 3, above spanking and above voyeurism and exhibitionism, is rubber, latex, and leather.
What?
No, it's not.
There's no fucking way.
Whoever made this list does not know how
Yeah.
to make a top 10 or
Like-
popular. Like, did they just like
They watched
you know,
Eyes Wide Shut and 50 Shades of Grey and was like, I think this is my list.
Maybe that's the list for them.
Yeah.
Like the not top
Not.
10.
There's no way a large majority of people are wearing.
Well,
rubber
we also have
latex.
to remember, this it's a broad list. Maybe they were polling
Stupid.
church congregations.
But like, they just said
Rubber and
12% of the population is voyeuristic. Like, I would love to know what percentage. Like, because obviously, if there's higher, they're saying
Right.
more people. So like 15% of men. I just don't believe that. That's a huge number, and that's a lot of latex. Where the fuck are we getting all of it?
First off, I know a lot of people that they're into
I'll
shit,
look up
and
a new
none
list.
of them are into latex.
That's what I'm saying.
Not a single one.
Latex is not a
Like,
thing.
like I know people that work in clubs and stuff. Like it's not popular. Like
peeing,
there's a
spitting
few-
on each other, pooping, like all that stuff is way more popular than latex. That's what I'm saying.
This fetish relates to those that gain sexual enjoyment by wearing or having their partner wear rubber, latex, or leather material. They refer to themselves as rubberists. The type material acts as a type of sexual bondage. For some, the smell of rubber, latex, or leather may also be a turn-on.
I
The
mean,
fetish
I've seen
can
some
range.
Craigslist posts, but
Well, I think they're lumping in like all leather or latex.
yeah, that's
Which kinda
terrible.
changes
That's
things.
completely not the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I agree.
Not at all.
I'm offended by this list.
We need a new list. We need an updated list.
No, I'll find a new list after that we get through this one. The fetish can range from wearing the more conventional types of items, such as a cat suit, or to something more unusual, such as a gas mask.
I feel like furries are more
Yeah. For sure.
than latex.
For sure.
Dude, I could never
I know
ever
more-
get
Except
into
for the
that.
Catwoman suits. I think that after that Batman movie came out,
I mean,
with
there's
Catwoman,
probably a spike
that was
in
a
those,
huge
yeah.
spike in
Yeah.
Catwoman outfits.
There's disproportional spike there.
Number 2,
Is it? Let me guess. Is it?
Furries?
No, I was gonna say like impact play.
Impact play.
close.
Like people that like
Sit
get,
on
no,
crush.
that like to get hit with like basically flogging, but like either giving or receiving. I would guess would be high on this list.
Number 2 on this list is sexual role play.
Ah.
I mean,
Sexual role play involves 2 or more individuals acting out different roles in a sexual scenario.
Probably put furries in there too.
Furries can fit into this category. It can be any type of sexual fantasy. It may also be involved as the participating individual's wish. Couples could choose to act out the role play at a specific location, dressing up in detailed costumes or using different props. We call that just spicing things up. It may involve individuals assuming a participating role or that of a spectator. Technology has now brought about the possibility of sexual role-playing on the internet as well, which many individuals and couples indulge in. Not quite the same as the real thing, but it allows someone with a specific fantasy fetish to indulge with a degree of anonymity.
like duct taping your partner to a tree in the woods naked.
I mean, yes. And call her Christopher Robin.
Which-
And you're Winnie the Pooh.
Which actually ties into number 1.
Bondage.
Pun intended. Ties into number 1. Yes, domination and submission.
Yeah.
Domination and submission is part of an acronym most people may be familiar with called BDSM. Stands for bondage, domination and submission, sadism, and masochism.
Sadism and
Sadism,
masochism.
masochism.
yeah.
The dictionary, God, I feel stupid today. I need sleep. The dictionary defines domination and submission as a set of behaviors, customs, and rituals involving the giving by one individual to another individual control over them. It involves the power exchange between 2 consenting adults. This can be in the form of a one-time occurrence, a specific part-time situation, or a full-time arrangement. The submissive does what the dominant requires of her. Why can't it be her or him?
Right?
Sexist fucking article.
Should have been them.
Definitely.
Hey, or
popular.
yeah, them. It was probably written for a church congregation. The submissive does what the dominant requires of them within their agreed boundaries of comfort. According to Debbie Herbenick, a sexual health educator at the Kinsey Institute and author of Sex Made Easy, BDSM is a huge umbrella term for a wide range of activities, from fuzzy handcuffs you can buy at a women-oriented sex boutique to the more extreme sexual dungeon setup. Interestingly enough, BDSM has become more mainstream within the last 20 years, as evidenced by the very popular 50 Shades of Grey novel. More than you might think have a penchant for these behaviors, which is why it makes the number 1 spot on our list. Next time you're in the grocery store waiting in line, take a look around. You never know who might be enjoying this particular fetish or kink.
You can just look for bruises on them.
Yeah.
That doesn't always mean
handcuff marks and
I mean-
such. I got some silk handcuffs. They don't leave any marks.
I was at like a, where was I? There was was this like a store or like some sort of public like thing?
And you pulled your dick out,
No,
exposed yourself.
no. I just noticed the woman was wearing like she was collared.
Choker chain kind of thing.
Well, no, like a thicker leather one with like a clip thing where you could like tow them around or whatever.
Dog collar.
But basically, and then like they had tons of like bruises and marks all over all over the place. Most people would be looking at me going like,
Is that the word?
There's a couple words, but yeah, this is the number
"Oh
1.
fuck that."
And it's a medical term, right? It's some sort of like
Yeah.
something weird.
Sean said, "Fuck that." We're up to 7 viewers. Everybody wants to watch you try to read these words, Sean.
I mean, I'm gonna be amazing at it.
So, we're gonna get back into the fetish thing in a minute, but before we do that, we're gonna have some word fetish for all you.
My fetish is with simple words,
Yeah.
easy to say words.
If your fetish is hearing me butcher the English language, then prepare.
This is the longest word in the English dictionary.
I could try to
Apparently,
say that.
it's 45 letters long, and it is lung disease caused by the inhalation of silica or quartz dust.
Yeah.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonotramecostopiolocopin-expialidocious.
It stops moving. God, get you.
Well, the word's down below it, but they were just.
It's too small.
Yeah.
Pneumon.
Here, I'll
Can
copy
you
it.
pause it somewhere? Jesus, I can't read it as it's moving.
Annoying. I'm gonna copy
Well, I
it.
have it right-
Volcanosis.
Oh, never
I
mind,
think
right
is
here.
what's in-
No, I
I'm gonna put it in. I'm putting
can
it in
see
chat
it.
right there.
I can see it.
Jesus.
Yes. Pneumonia ultra.
I'm gonna pause pretzel because
Unhighlight that, because I'm trying to read it and you have it highlighted.
my bad.
Oh my gosh, there was more. It got cut off because the word's so long. On here, there's still a couple letters left.
Pneumonia ultra micro.
Oh no, never mind. It jumped down.
Micro. Full. Fucking word.
Word. Big word. Big XP.
Nigga, my lung hurts from volcano
So,
dust.
here's what I'm gonna do with this word. Doesn't Google give us the ability to put in a word and then it'll tell us how to
yeah,
pronounce
you
it?
Yeah, I think
This
it
should be
does.
good.
All right.
Nigga, read yourself.
Ready?
I was born ready.
Pnoi noi manoi aloi troi mahoi croi skoi poi soliligoi hoi koi.
What language is
hoi
this?
noi koi
What language was that?
Pnoi noi manoi.
Is that like Hawaiian?
Look, I'm gonna. It's somebody that would pronounce it the same way Sean does. Watch.
Pnoi noi manoi aloi troi mahoi croi skoi poi soliligoi hoi koi hoi noi koi.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't think that was accurate.
I think it was spot on.
It was a little better than Sean's first
American
time.
Musical Supply makes it easy to get.
You
the
shush,
genuine
American Musical Supply. I don't want to hear from you right now.
Was that a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Google.
Yeah, I was so confused.
I did that on purpose. I wanted to fuck with you guys.
Did it?
Yay.
Noi. That hurt my brain even worse.
Just putting all the wrong emphasis on.
Cactuses.
Let's see if this one's correct.
Pnoi noi manoi aloi
Nope, that's the same way.
troi mahoi.
People are taking this video all over the place. Why can't I just Google? What happened to
Just go
your
like.
shit? Oh.
Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
It actually is volcano.
Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Yeah, that word.
Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
You got to extract the audio for this and just put it at the end of our trailer. This podcast is brought to you by.
Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Yeah, I can already hear
That
the
should be a
beat.
sound button.
We can Milli Vanilli this motherfucker. Oh, you ready for the next word, Sean?
I mean, I guess
This one,
is just as terrible.
it's only 30 letters, and it's a mild form of inherited parathyroidism
Thyroidism.
that stimulates the symptoms of the disorder, but isn't associated with abnormal levels of calcium and phosphorus in the blood.
I hate when I get that.
Yeah, it's like pseudo hyper something.
You should really go see a doctor if you feel that.
Parathyroidism. Yeah.
Yeah. Pseudo hypoparathyroidism. I think that's correct.
Yeah, I think
Let's
that's
find
it.
out.
Like, why would it be pseudo?
Pseudo.
Yeah,
It's
wouldn't they cancel?
Pseudo is pseudoed like.
Doesn't those pseudos cancel each other out?
Pseudo.
Maybe Phil Collins is the first one that had the disease. Pseudo. Whoa. Here we go.
Pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
Yeah.
Pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
Pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
What do you got? Pseudo.
I don't know.
Well, at least these words are getting easier for you, Sean. Here's the next one. 29 letters is the estimation of something as valueless. Ironically, flocking, whatever Sean's going to say, is a pretty valueless word itself. It's almost never used except as an example of a long word.
Something vacation.
The word is a flocka acalification.
Hey, what up, Jeff?
My name is Jeff.
We don't have a... Hey, man, why are you making fun of Jeff? That's our homie, dude.
Oh, sorry.
We're in a really strange mood today. It's Friday, and we don't have any topics to discuss, and I'm tired of talking about politics. Everybody knows that Trump's fucking our country up right now. So
True.
we're just trying to find things to entertain ourselves. So we
cactuses.
we started with Sean talking about his cactus fetish. So we were looking up a scientific word for cactus fetish, and there isn't one, which led us down a rabbit hole to explore the top 10 fetishes. And for some reason, I decided we're going to start looking up giant words. Because we were talking about words that feel good to say.
Yeah.
So we're looking up giant words so Sean can read them, and then we're pulling up the actual pronunciation to see if he's correct. So, Sean, you still need to read this word, bro.
I just did.
Do it again.
Flocka alkaline pilification.
Flocka alkaline pilification.
Waka
I
flocka.
wasn't that far off.
All right, let's see.
Oh, it's your Tuesday? I am
Ready?
so sorry, friend.
Floxinasin nihilipilification.
One more time?
Well, it's not flocka, it's flossa.
Floxinasin nihilipilification.
Floxa.
Floxinasin nihilipilification. Floxinasin nihilipilification.
Floxana.
Floxinasin nihilipilification.
Floxana.
Floxinasin nihilipilification.
Floxinasin nihilipilification.
Floxinasin nihilipilification.
Hilipilification. Floxinasin nihilipilification. That one's done.
My brain hurts.
This one, here's the word that it's now number 4 on the list.
Yeah.
You know how to say this one, right?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Close.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yes, anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Anti-dysentery establishment.
Anti-disestablishment.
Dysentery.
Anti-dysentery establishmental retardationism.
Nowhere does it say anything about retardation.
Yeah, like right there, at the very end.
No.
Retardism.
No.
Poor guy.
Anti-disestablishment retardarianism.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism
That's what I
originally
said.
described opposition to the disestablishment of the Church of England, but now it may refer to any opposition to withdrawing government support of a particular church or religion, which is what the United States is supposed to be founded on.
I sent you a beautiful video. You should
Oh,
play-
there's the
play
next
real
one. Yeah.
quick.
Now, Sean, if you can't do this one,
Before you do the next one, play like a little part of this video. Doesn't need any, you don't need to use.
bro,
any
we got
audio.
you got to do this word first because it's already there.
Oh, that's easy. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Good.
Before it even came down.
Expialidocious. Good.
Super Dalarastic replica like fascist.
Or you're just gonna do a bunch of shit we're not supposed to do and play a bunch of YouTube videos today.
No, don't put. I don't know what the audio is like. Doesn't really matter what the audio is.
Don't what?
Get demonetized.
The audio isn't important to this.
Okay, you want me to mute it?
Yeah, just for like a few moments, you could play this video.
Oh no.
Cactus tunas suculentas y más para admirar. What the fuck?
Is somebody fucking a cactus?
Oh,
His
I
laugh
didn't-
says yes.
I didn't transition in. My bad. We gotta restart it.
They do look like dicks. I knew it.
I'm
The
not
dick
care about the
cactus.
words. You could just like fast forward a little bit.
No, this is fun, and it's Freestyle Friday.
I mean, if you saw that, you wouldn't want to stick it up your ass. I mean,
I wouldn't. There's a lot of things I wouldn't stick up my ass, like everything.
Stick
really?
everything up
Because his
your ass?
microphone's looking pretty phallic.
Whatever fetish you just make sure you use protection. I don't want to get your fecal matter on my microphone.
Do you have some of that latex from Fetish 2, please?
Latex from Fetish 2. Latex from Fetish 2. That's a cactus?
These are all cactuses, I guess. Or
Whoa.
It's more vaginal. Vaginal.
That's stimuli.
All right,
Whoa.
we can leave this now. Getting a little perverted right here.
We're just going to leave
I'm
this
slightly
on.
aroused looking at that. I don't know how you guys feel.
That
But
cactus right there.
it almost looks like a chick with her tongue like, Yeah. She's about to lick the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip, Lana.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Sean, why are you over there searching for dick cactuses? I need to know.
Bro, is this the
Are you coming out?
Cactus
Are
video.
you telling us something?
I mean, we're talking about fetishes. Is this the kind of stuff that you spank your monkey to?
No, not really.
This is your flogging material?
That doesn't even make sense.
Mom said, nice one, Paul.
Like, do I watch it and while getting hit with something?
With the
Is that
cactus?
what you're insinuating?
I guess.
We get a cactus and roll a cactus crush or something?
No, that wouldn't be flogging. That'd be something else. But yeah, you get hit with a cactus. I knew a chick that liked getting hit with chains. That's pretty extreme.
The next word is incomprehensibilities. And then strengths. How is strengths?
Wait,
This is
Baby
stupid.
Shark going to the top 100.
Baby shark?
Like that song, Baby Shark? Baby Shark.
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do.
That really went to the top 100.
Really?
Doesn't surprise me because kids like will watch those videos on YouTube Kids.
Yep.
They get like.
Jeff said, "What do you guys
gazillion
thought on
plays.
Baby Shark?" Oh, that's what you're reading. I didn't even realize you were reading the comment. Baby Shark, do 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 do. Baby Shark, do 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 do.
And then Mama Shark.
Yeah.
And then
My
Grandma.
nephew, like, will play it. Like, I remember there was a period of time my nephew.
There was a song that we did like that in elementary school. but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't. It wasn't Baby Shark, and it
That's what
wasn't
I
a
remember.
jingle.
It was like Baby Shark, do 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 a Baby
Oh,
Shark, and then you
yeah,
like
yeah.
progress up to Mom and Dad and Grandma and all that,
Yeah, let's go to YouTube here. Let's see, Baby
right?
Shark.
I'm sure they had it.
Yeah, I remember.
Was it Christmas Carol? I think.
I'm gonna take a time out. You guys want to talk amongst yourselves?
Okay.
Wrong one. There we
What?
go. Hey Nolan, what up?
No, I want Baby Shark.
That's so unfortunate.
Here's a 2-hour version of it, supposedly.
But is it actually?
I don't know.
I don't understand how it would make the top 100. That's honestly pretty disturbing to me. But I feel like it's one of those things where they're just making fun of it.
Jesus, they have like 98 ads in the first, like, 30 minutes of this video.
Pretty normal.
Like, yeah, no kidding, because it's for kids. Like, look at all the ad markers. Like,
Well, yeah, it's easy to just leave it with the kids and get all that ad revenue, you know? Pretty sad.
what is going on? That's terrible. Baby Shark. What am I hearing? Oh, I know. I'm hearing us. Oops, wrong.
About the Nazi guard that was living in the U.S. and got deported?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
I haven't heard about that.
Oh, so there was this guy. He was guard, part of the Nazi, regime and everything. He was a guard at one of the camps that they killed people at.
Yeah.
Auschwitz, I believe. It could have been one of the other ones.
He's passed.
He died. Did you guys hear talk about the Nazi guy? I know he got deported. Did he? Are you saying he died? I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'd like to know. That's interesting. I wonder why he got deported. I mean,
Because
Nazi.
he was like supposed to be deported like 15 years ago or something, but Germany didn't. No country wanted him.
So he had to do like an asylum thing, since he was essentially like not a resident
Well,
of
like
any
they
country.
eventually just like a month ago or something, they finally like kicked him out of the country. They like literally like this dude is
Paul
old
went to
as
go
shit.
help his daughter.
Like the dude was old as hell. Lived in New York and died. Let's see. Nazi prison guard. Here's a CNN article. It's a video, maybe. Do.
Yeah, he's being a good dad. Got to get it in. Oh, this is crazy. I heard about the Nazi guard who signed a letter pretty much to like validate, so anybody trying to like claim that it wasn't like a authentic experience or it didn't happen, like he actually signed a thing pretty much criminalizing himself and saying that like this did in fact happen, and one of the survivors from Auschwitz actually was the one who got him to sign it, which I found massively interesting, you know.
So this guy was from Lewarken labor camp, a German occupied Poland during the war. He died Wednesday at age 95. Let's see. Yeah, he spent decades living in Queens, New York, because he lied about who he was coming into the country in 1949. So our security wasn't all that great in 1949,
I
clearly.
mean, we knew that.
Yeah.
And not to mention, we took a bunch of Nazi scientists over here anyways during Project Paperclip, so.
Yep, so that we could blow shit up.
Yeah. Well, NASA.
Yep, we could take some Nazis, but not all you Nazis. If you're really smart and can give us cool things, we'll let you slide.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
You
you're
have something to offer.
If you're an asset, yeah, like, we'll grant you amnesty, but other than that, no.
Finally deported. They deported him to Germany in August 2000. Oh, so that was a couple months ago. August 2018. Yeah, so I guess he died. Interesting.
Did he die once he made it to Germany? Is what it's saying? Like,
Yeah, I think he was in Germany at that point. Let's see, immigration. It's kind of. I mean, I understand. Like, oh, we have to pay for his bear. I mean, at this point, he was 95 years old. Really, like, you spent years trying to get him over there. Like, what was the point?
I mean, people say the same thing about Cosby. Is like he's so old and disheveled now. You know, he can't even see. He's blind and
How
he
old
can't
is Cosby?
walk. I want to say like 70 something.
Okay,
like early 70s.
See, I think that people that would say that are like don't have like. There's a big difference between 95 and 70.
I'm looking right now. It might be older. It might even be later.
But like, I feel like Cosby still has at least a decade or more left in him. Probably.
I don't know, especially now that he's in prison. I don't know if
Well,
he'll make it that long.
If he wasn't in prison, my point is like.
Yeah.
So, but
even still, like out of prison, like I said, he wasn't looking great in health. Okay, he's 81, so he is pretty old.
But yeah, 95-year-old that's not really doing anything at this point in his life. He's not like marching. He's not building up an army of Nazis.
Yeah, but he could still be encouraging or propagating the
and
the thought process.
The
so-
videos I saw of him, like I don't think he could. I don't think he could wipe his own ass.
Probably. I mean, 95 is pretty old.
Yeah,
But at
he
the
was
same,
in rugged shape
at
too.
the same time, like, how many terrible acts do you just let go by? Like, regardless of age, like, there shouldn't be a time frame on that kind
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
for
Like,
sure.
You helped genocide, almost all of the Jewish people, and like,
I don't think he had any friends. I mean, like he wasn't. My point is, like, I don't think he just wasn't doing it. It was a waste of like
resources.
to at that point to do anything. Like,
Yeah, I think it was more of just like for show at that point. Like,
Yeah.
we need to make an example of this guy.
which to
but-
me is silly.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, like I said, imagine that was your family or like your descendants who were
I wouldn't
tortured
give
at
a shit.
Auschwitz. I most certainly would. I would be like, deport that man. In fact, probably hang him for war crimes. Like,
I mean, more. I'd be more with like. I'm against the death penalty in general, but just because like there's too many innocent people that have died from it, so there's no point.
yeah, I think
Those-
that it should have to be proved like more thoroughly. Like, it can't just be something that's speculative.
I think there's always a case of like somebody, wherever you draw that line in the sand of quote unquote proof. I think there's always going to be corruption somewhere along the line to step beyond that and be like, oh, we proved it, even though it may not be true. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that's the only reason I'm against the death
Well,
penalty. 'cause so many
I mean,
people-
like, reasonable doubt and then like actual like 100% certainty are two different things. I think if you have a case where it's absolutely certain, like a recording of something, you have somebody.
So
Yeah.
here's like, well, one thing they use is eyewitness testimony, which is the worst.
It's like the worst.
So
yeah,
like we can throw that out.
yeah, absolutely.
we can-
throw that out.
And then with today, especially now with today's technology, how easy is it to fake a video?
I mean, it's easier now than it ever has been, but I mean, even still, like, at what point do we say like somebody
Well,
should have to be
I-
culpable for their bad decisions?
Just put them in jail forever if that's the punishment or whatever. But at least
But
then
the
they have an
taxpayer
opportunity.
has to pay for them. Like, we got to fund like somebody who murdered or raped or
Well, what's
took
funny
advantage
is
of
that
children.
taxpayers paying private prisons, and that's who we're paying, not.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
totally not a fan of the privatized prisons because
So that's
you're
part of the
essentially
problem.
like
That's a different. To me,
Yeah.
I see it as a different problem.
yeah.
Yeah, like those are
It definitely
separate
is.
things. Obviously, like we still to a point have to pay for their food or whatever, but I still think that cost is I'm okay with if it saves lives from people who didn't need to die.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many like there's a foundation now that
Does
now for a
nothing
while
but-
that's all they do is
Yeah.
they like free innocent people that have been like in
Yeah, I
prison
think-
for
I think that's what
life
it's
or
called,
death
like-
row or
like
whatever.
the Freedom
So-
Project
yeah.
or something like that.
And they've saved like thousands and thousands of people's lives.
Mhm.
They've been like, this is bullshit, and they've
Well,
proved
most
it.
of that is because of old faulty technology from like
Yeah, most
back
of
in
it.
the day. It's like like you said, we didn't have great technology. We didn't have forensics to the way that they were. And even though it's not a perfect science now, we can get reasonable certainty
I
on
think
most
Mostly,
situations.
yeah, most.
You know?
But you also have people involved, so you have corruption involved.
Absolutely.
So that right there, like, is like, it that leaves the thought process of, I mean, if there's a possibility for corruption, it will happen among a certain percentage of the population of situations. So why kill an innocent person? Because you eventually you will, like statistically you
yeah.
will. So like that's the only reason. Like I understand
So
like
your
some
problem
people
is even if one innocent person dies, pretty much the entire system is faulty, and we need to revamp it.
No,
as opposed
I'm,
to like
I'm saying we just don't need to have the death penalty because like I think that is too far just because of that reason. Like because if one person. And I'm not saying people shouldn't be held responsible, like just put them in jail or whatever. And then those ones that are actually innocent at least have the opportunity to prove their innocence along the way.
yeah, well, I think
or
that's
try
what like
to.
the appeal processes are,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the fact that like they get to like go through
Yeah.
numerous stages, and like even once you're put on death row, like you don't immediately go to the chamber. Like you have multiple years to get your affairs in order, and like it's a long process. It's very lengthy.
Usually.
And so I'm a fan. I think in certain situations that we need to have the death penalty. We need to be able to eliminate. people
Part of
who
me
are
would be like,
problems.
yeah, we should have that, for people that rape children. And
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But then a part of me is like, from the other side of like if we could somehow certainly like prove or know for a fact, like maybe like if once we get to the point where we can read memories,
Yeah.
like a hard drive, so to speak, then I'd be like, okay, then that's like more proof. Like, so you have like actual proof. And the problem with that is,
Yeah, like we talked about, memories are they're fluid, and people don't remember things the way
Yeah.
that they actually were all the times. is
well,
the
I
issues.
mean the memories of like the criminal themselves. So like,
Well, even
proof
that person could have a distorted,
false
I
memory. Yeah.
mean,
But I mean that would add to like,
the certainty level.
yeah. So it wouldn't be just that. Is what I'm saying. It would be a combination of traditional
Forensics. And
forensics and things, and then we're like, okay, then we read his memory,
Mm-hmm.
and then like, oh, there's a memory of this that completely corroborates these stories and this forensic evidence.
Yeah.
I think at that point you're like, okay, but if the memory is completely different, like if you have different, and that'd be another great way to be able to like test eyewitness testimony, or like,
I mean, they've already done studies with that. They did a experiment where they had literally a group of people like in a room. They had a guy come into the room, rob them. The speaker told everybody in the room, remember who you saw. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to bring people in. We're going to do a panel after 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, they brought in a panel of people, and only 25% of the people were able to accurately identify this man. Pretty much showing that eyewitness testimony is terrible. This was 20 minutes after they just saw him, and they knew that they were going to be tested on this, and people
Still failed.
Yeah, still failed in huge percentages. So it's like, imagine not knowing the incident was going to come, being traumatized from the incident,
and it's
seeing
years later
it's
usually.
years later or weeks later, like minimally, like it's just not it's not reasonable to expect people's memories to be 100% accurate.
Now the question is like, and we don't know yet, but like, if our interpretation of our memory is different than our actual memory, like would our brain like actually like is there part of our brain that like almost photographs what we saw, and then is there a part of our brain that interprets that?
There absolutely is.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why we distort memories as we get older, and they talk about that in psychology. Like, we do this thing where when we tell a story, we like embellish a little bit, but then our brain actually takes the embellishment and adds that piece to the memory itself. So in your memory, if you were to picture it, you would see whatever extra thing you added to the story. For instance, like if you were, the example that they used was like a dude who did this play at school, and he's like, I nailed it, I was the best in show, and everybody was clapping, and it was this huge, great experience. And then when they bring in the video, he's just standing there, and he says one line, and nobody responds. Like, but you've built this thing up over the course of your life so intently, and you've told the story over and over and over. You've essentially changed the entire memory in your mind to whatever you want it to be. And so we do that as humans. Like, we just distort memories to try to make ourselves sound better.
I hope I didn't actually have sex with that chick, and I just in my mind,
right? There's been a lot of those memories where it's like, did that actually happen that way, or did I manifest?
Because there was one
something?
chick like I could have lost my virginity to when I was in high school, and I like literally ran away.
You didn't. You ran away.
I'm hoping I did. I'm hoping I didn't falsify that it actually happened, because years later she came up to me after telling her friends, like when I was bouncing at Q. She came up to me one night there just randomly. I didn't recognize her at first, and she was like, made this big deal about like her sleeping with me when we were in high school, like so many years ago, and telling her friends that and everything else. I'm like, no, we didn't. So I'm like, well, did she actually remember it that way? Like, did it really happen? Did I falsify it? Did I get traumatized?
Yeah, it was so bad, the sex, that you repressed the memory
And it ran away in my mind. Even though it was my first time, you think I would remember.
We
that?
got an Inception just to go in there and recover this memory of his.
I feel like
What did I walk into?
I feel like it,
You were only gone a couple minutes.
my
I know, I went
first
and had
time of
breakfast.
memory like was way worse. I'd be like, I think I'd rather go back and remember that. Like, man, fuck. I mean, she must have been bad if that was the case. Because I remember my first time, and it was the worst to date, by far. It was the absolute worst.
My first wasn't my worst.
Are you talking about the first time you had sex?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm staying out of this conversation.
I rode to Woodland on my bicycle.
Oh, I've heard this story.
I heard this story too.
I've heard this story.
Yeah.
It was like what, like was
Jeebus.
it 40 miles or something ridiculous?
Oh, I mean, like literally.
Is this like your proudest moment? He's like, man, you know what I did for my first piece of ass?
Yeah, you know what I've done to get
It was
laid?
terrible. It's comical, is what it is.
But if everybody had that level of drive, that level of dedication to their job, their
Well,
work.
I was working hard. I mean, to get home, I'd run from the dog that was chasing me.
Jesus.
I mean, now I almost think it was a wolf as my memories shift. Like, I think it was a big pack of wolves.
It's funny because most guys won't even like get their girls like flowers on their anniversary. This man drove or rode a bike like 40 miles,
Like,
one direction.
Not even a good bike. It was like one of those BMX bikes.
Oh my god. So
You know
it
how
was
long
even like a mountain bike?
No, it was like a BMX bike. So it was like super long, super hard to do. It literally was like an all-day excursion.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was the worst sex of my life to date.
Yeah, any woman I've ever slept with, I'm so sorry. I've never worked that hard for any piece of ass, and I never will. I'm so sorry.
Like, oh, man.
Sean's a better man than me. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like I would have had a better time with a brick.
Is it better or more desperate?
Both.
Both.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah. It's terrible.
We were up to 13 viewers a second ago. Now we're back down to 10. They're like, oh, fuck. They're
But
talking
we were
about
at
sex.
3 when you left. So.
Sex is
They're like,
so
Sean?
football.
Oh.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Oh, you were at 3 when I left?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should leave again.
Let's see.
Dwayne said fucking Lance Armstronging it to get some puss.
True.
Starbucks is exploring the ad of needle boxes in restrooms.
Needle boxes in restrooms.
Wait, so junkies can just shoot up with fresh needles?
No,
This
needle
is
disposal.
Oh.
So they don't have-
junkies can shoot up in.
Well, you know what?
do it.
I wouldn't surprise me if 5 years from now every public.
Not
Something
in
now.
Portland, they lock every damn bathroom like it's
Yeah.
fucking Fort Knox.
Right.
But a lot of those still have needle boxes in them. I mean, would you rather have a hazardous needle box disposal box on the wall or junkies just leaving their syringes on the floor?
Oh no, I agree. Like there should definitely be. Like I have no problem
Hey,
with
Casey.
having syringe boxes that are safe, disposable.
Sean,
shit.
your best friends here. Casey, you just missed Sean talking about the first time he got some nene. He just told the whole world his
I mean,
deflowering
I didn't.
process.
I think I've said it on the podcast before, haven't I?
Probably. I don't think this season, but I think you said it before.
Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. It's a story that I will tell for years to come.
Because he came so quick. I mean,
Great.
I mean, it was pretty quick. It was
First
pretty
time?
terrible.
Yeah.
It was pretty terrible.
35 seconds.
You remember your first time.
Oh, vividly.
I felt like it was more than 35 seconds, but you know, it was because she was so terrible. Like
Yeah.
she like laid there like a dead log.
You know, I really thought that was the way sex was had for like the longest time. Was like, you just do everything while they lay there. And then I actually had a chick who knew how to have some sex, and I was like, oh, this is not the same.
Yeah.
At all.
Afterwards, I was like, this is what people are talking about. Like this. Is,
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I'm like, what was
Casey, I smell sarcasm.
what?
Casey said, oh, damn, I'm so sad. I missed it.
Yeah, I would be grossed out too, Casey. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Let's tell the story again.
The National Air Traffic Controllers Association is suing the federal government over not getting paid during the shutdown.
That's what's up. Good.
So can I go fly my drone over an airport now?
You might be able to.
I'm not going to
I
do
don't know
that.
who Autumn is, but she's hysterical.
One or two of the terminals in Miami had to get shut down today because they didn't have enough TSA agents because so many of them are calling in sick
Yeah.
in protest that they're not getting a paycheck.
I wouldn't want to go to work if I wasn't getting paid.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to work.
You know, TSA, I wouldn't either. But I probably would still do it. I wouldn't want to, but I probably still would because I would feel the responsibility a responsibility to doing my part in keeping the country safe.
Nope, you pay me, bitches.
And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at any of them for that. Not mad. I'm just saying personally, like the Coast Guard still has to report the duty, and I absolutely respect and applaud their efforts for. They took an oath, and in some sense, I'm willing to bet that TSA agents probably do too.
I was gonna just say, yeah. Do you think that they do? Like, make it some kind of oath?
Do they have to be sworn in when they
Yeah.
accept their position? I don't know. I have no idea.
I get sworn in every morning when I show up here.
On the
What, say
Quran.
as many terrible things as you can.
No, the Sesame Seed book.
No, we swear you in on the Buy Mart coupon guide with a CD stuck in it.
It's a good one. I like it.
Do you, Sean, promise to uphold the coupons of the Buy Mart monthly?
I mean,
Yes.
I do. It's beautiful.
Are you a Buy Mart
There's
shopper?
not one nigga in there every time I go. All you gotta do is charge an entry fee, and niggas is not coming. I'm telling you. Same thing with Costco. Not a brown face in there. Every time I go, I just walk around. White people are greeting me, giving me nice little food.
They're like, you must be the rich one.
Yeah, they look. He's one of the good ones. It's lovely. I love it.
Oh, I'm scrolling down my wall trying to find newsworthy shit to talk about.
Poor Paul.
No, I don't care. Talk about whatever you want. I'm trying to stay away from politics today. I really am, and it's hard.
Costco has to do with politics. Did you see Trump in a Costco or something? He
No.
built a wall around a Costco. No Mexicans will get
Casey-
affordable products to
Casey
Costco.
said Costco takes food stamps now. Well, that
Oh.
sucks because a lot of people's food stamps are
Okay.
being severely and drastically cut this
then
month.
I'll start going. I'll nig it up in there.
All right.
Food stamps and all.
Could you imagine, like,
You gotta get four
you,
products.
you're right? You get X
You're
amount of dollars for food stamps. What are you gonna go get? One case of something and one tub of licorice?
I'm gonna get a pallet of Cheez-Its and sit on it for a month.
Jeepers. Jeepers.
That's funny. It's probably true.
Right?
We're gonna pretend like this isn't politics. It's happy news. Democrats are ramping up to ramp up battle to lower drug prices.
I'll tell you what.
Like
Amazon's
weed?
being stingy
They're
with
pushing-
their bits today.
Are you trying to view ads?
Yeah, just constantly. Try again.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Sanders and California Democratic Rep. Ro Khanna are rolling out the Prescription Drug Price Relief Act, which would require the federal government to pay the same as the median price for a drug in Canada, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Japan. This would lower the cost of brand name drugs by roughly 43%.
Damn.
They don't sell weed
It
at
is
Costco,
so-
Casey.
So fucking necessary.
I mean, that's true.
Dwayne said, hey, I've been going to Costco for years and I'm dark as fuck.
Yeah, but you didn't say black, I noticed.
Yeah, he said dark.
Mexican is what I'm assuming, right? There's a lot of Mexicans.
Dwayne?
Yeah.
He's our token Nigerian, bro.
Oh. Well, I stand corrected.
Like if you're in a room with Dwayne and all the lights are off, you don't know where he's at until you see him smile.
So he's one of the good ones then. He's one of the good blackies.
Yeah. Dwayne said some would say black. Some would say black. Some might say. Here's a non-political news update. Just updated like an hour ago.
Oh shit.
Do you remember Tierra Marie?
Sounds familiar.
I felt like I slept with her. Go continue.
Probably a different Tierra Marie. Hold on.
There's been a few of them.
I'm going to.
Tierra Marie. That sounds real familiar.
She was an R&B pop singer.
Okay, that's why.
Actually, I know I've been with at least a couple of them with middle name. Marie's a common middle name. You know that?
Dwayne, what was Tierra Marie's biggest song?
So what you're saying is when you jump in the ocean, they say it's an oil spill?
What? Why is
Dwayne?
it case I'm not what? Why is it that just because I'm on here?
Why is that? Just because I'm on here?
What are you talking
Why is
about?
what?
I'm so confused.
So apparently Tierra Marie, I'm not up on this story. I need to get caught up. But she's been in a battle over love and hip hop with 50 Cent. and 50 Cent won. So she's just been ordered to pay $30,000 for his attorney fees.
That's rough.
Yeah. Previously, Tierra Marie filed a revenge porn lawsuit against 50 Cent. However, a judge dismissed the claim against 50. Along with that, the judge ruled that Tierra Marie has to pay back $30,000 for the rapper's legal bill. Make Her Feel Good was Tierra Marie's hit song. For some reason, I wanted to say it was
I
White.
didn't know she was a singer, or who the hell she was.
Yeah, I'm just confused. So she tried to pretty much say that he put out the sex tape, and his defense was obviously he didn't.
Yeah.
It just got released or something.
Casey's talking about fucking someone. I don't know. I was confused.
Oh no, I didn't see.
We'll-
that.
we'll-
Oh yeah, the
we'll
needle,
jump and
the
skip
needle
through
box is what he's talking about. The Starbucks comment.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly. And this is gonna get monetized, claimed.
Yeah, well,
Right?
we'll
She's like,
skip
I
it.
need that 30 grand. I gotta monetize.
Do you recognize it now?
Nah, I don't.
No, I mean, it's something I would have jammed to. Probably.
It was really popular. It was really popular.
Recognize it, though.
Jeff said, okay, I'm back. Did you guys see the Starbucks comment? Yes. We did. And I said I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if every public place with a bathroom has the disposal boxes in them within the next 5 years or so.
Yeah. Well, I do think that drugs are gonna be, at least some of them are gonna be decriminalized before too long, like psilocybin and mushrooms and maybe MDMA, you know, like Molly or something like that. I just feel like there's a couple drugs that are on the verge, and they really just need to do it with all of them. That way, it's
She was definitely no Sierra.
yeah, right. That way, we can actually start attacking the problem and giving people like help, you know, versus, you know, throwing them in jail and making the problem worse.
That would be a very good idea.
Yeah. Can't wait. I dream about the day.
And
Very good
slavery.
idea.
Total slavery.
Also, why don't we have a
War
way
on
to
drugs.
contact the police
Try to-
quickly and have them like know our location? I have a personal like disdain for the way that they have that whole like thing set up. It's like such an archaic system. They essentially are on like rotary phones and shit. It feels
Yeah.
like the first thing that they ask you when you get on the phone with the police officer is like where your location is.
What are your guys' thoughts on safe injection spots? We kind of talked about this
Like
a
between
little
the
bit
toes,
yesterday.
or-
In your ass, so
Yeah,
nobody
ass
sees the
cheek,
trademark. We touched this a little bit that there are places around the country that are safe injection spots or safe places to use your drugs where you can't be arrested for it. It bothers me personally,
another
but
thing about that
Seriously, it is right around the corner.
is, in those locations, those places, those substances are tested, so they're not like you're getting like quality drugs. You're not getting watered down or cut shit with
right.
other shit that's much worse.
Yeah.
So like it's safer. to
But
do
no
it
matter
with.
how you look at it, those drugs are illegal.
Which ones?
Heroin,
Yeah.
shit they're shooting up.
Yeah, but I think if we, like he was saying, if we had some place where they could have access to it in regulated quantities, it
I
was
missed that part.
clean. It wasn't, you know, diluted or mixed with all these other chemicals that cause like adverse reactions. I mean, and then instead of, like I said, putting people in jail at these places where they're buying their drugs or whatever, have counseling centers, have
Right.
rehabilitation centers, have people who are there to connect with these people and show them love so they don't have to continually go out and feel alone and feel, you know, destitute and like they have to do these drugs every night. It's
Just as devil's advocate, though, doesn't that, I mean, these drugs are illegal, so you're supporting illicit, illegal activity.
Except
So unless these
Except if
drugs
you
were
prove them.
decriminalized, period, it's still going to be illegal activity.
no, and that's what I was saying. I
So-
think we need to decriminalize, not
But
make
isn't
them
it-
legal.
isn't it like
If we
illegal
have-
to do methadone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's methadone clinics.
No,
around
methadone is a medication.
Yeah, and you need to be prescribed by a doctor. to
Right.
get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but just to get it and take it, that's considered illegal, right? That'd be an
No.
illegal drug.
It's
If you
pres-
got
it's-
it without a
it's
prescription,
Yeah, that's what I
controlled.
mean.
yeah, if you got methadone, like somebody broke into a lab and stole the methadone and you were doing it, yeah,
Or-
that would
but
be
it's
illegal.
also illegal to have buy steroids and take steroids, right?
Right.
So
yeah, without a prescription from a doctor.
yeah, but if you get it's the same thing. Is my point. It's like
if you got a
it's still-
prescription and then you went and bought it illegally, you would still
Well-
be procuring drugs
yeah,
illegally.
yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
The rabbit hole I wanted to chase, and this by no way, shape, or form is my personal opinion, but doesn't that, by the same rights, wouldn't you have to allow the Catholic Church to have the altar boy room? It's a legal activity.
I don't understand how sexually assaulting somebody is comparable to ingesting the drug on your personal level. Like
Well,
me doing any
the
drug to
the
me
altar
doesn't
boys-
hurt anybody.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
The
like, an
altar boys are
boy-
the drug, and what if they want to do it? What if it's
you're
their
harming
choice?
somebody else. That's like one of the foundational points.
What
of,
if it's
like,
their choice?
If it's their choice,
But they're
then
a
that's
child.
his choice.
What if
But
the
a
altar boy
child can't
wants to be
consent.
derobed?
You have to be 16 before you can consent to sex. I mean, like I said, we have laws for
Well,
most of these
and
things
you
put in
can't
play.
you can't have heroin. That's illegal too.
Yeah, but we've already shown, like with marijuana
Heroin
and
doesn't
other
have
drugs,
feelings.
once we decriminalize them and make them legal, the numbers of users actually go down. It doesn't increase, and then the ability to have it safely. Yes,
That is absolutely wrong.
it's not.
The number of weed users has definitely increased
No.
since it's become legal.
False.
Because so many people that wanted to be regular weed smokers
Well,
weren't
as far as
because it
we-
was
Which
because
you would
it
think
was
it was a
illegal.
novelty thing when it first came out, and it did have a huge spike. But if you go and check the numbers have decreased in Colorado, in Washington, in Oregon. The numbers have gone down because once you take away the novelty aspect,
I think
people
the only
aren't
thing is
wanting to
it's more
do it.
public, but I think overall numbers are less.
Yeah.
But I think it's the people that do it more publicly, so you
Pretty
smell
much.
it more often.
The people who are
But-
going to do it are going to do it. And like I
Right.
said, there's a couple people who
Well,
are gonna
there's-
do the novelty aspect, but
There's a certain percentage of the population that wouldn't do it because it was illegal, and now that it's not illegal, they're like,
it's still
"Fuck it, let's
illegal,
do it."
and that's why a lot of people don't do it because it's still
federally
federally
It's federally
illegal and it
illegal,
will
but-
affect their jobs. Most of the people I talk to, that's why they won't do it. They're like, my job's still drug test. I make good money. I'm not
Right.
going to compromise my job just because it's legal in my state. That doesn't make sense.
Right. No, I get that. And again, I was not trying
That's why
to.
I smoke
No, you're
papers.
playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Like, are we going to open the door for any illegal activity as long as it's in a controlled area?
I just think drugs in general, anything that you can do yourself, like I said, as long as you're not harming other people, that's when we start crossing into a different territory. When
Okay,
you're
what about
affecting other
animals?
people. That's affecting another sentient being. Like you can't.
But
just
you said
harm
people.
someone. Well,
Weren't animals put on this earth for
We're
man?
animals.
Animals, for me at least, are kind of lumped in there just because they've become so ingrained with our society. You know, dogs.
I
and
don't
cats.
disagree, but weren't animals put here for?
What,
I mean, if you believe in the Bible, but
what
like
about cockroaches?
from just a purely scientific standpoint, any kind of sentient being, anything that's going to feel the pain and know that it's happening, I can't co-sign people doing, malicious things to them.
I
What
can't
about
either, but
fish?
I can't co-sign anybody injecting heroin in their veins.
I mean, it's your veins. If you want to inject it into your veins,
Well, it's
you
your
don't wanna hurt
donkey.
anybody, that's not the same. You as a person, your individual.
It's your
self,
porcupine, dude.
That's not the same. Like I said, the porcupine can feel pain. Can the heroin feel pain when you inject it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I bet if you're high enough, it
I
talks
mean,
to you.
maybe there's some sort of molecular level or eighth dimensional thing that's being projected down into our, third dimensional space, and it's feeling pain. But until we can show that, like me injecting a drug into myself doesn't cause anybody else harm in any way, so it shouldn't be looked at or viewed in the same way as harming a child or having sex with a porcupine.
Well, it could be
or-
harming the bacteria in your body.
I mean, it could be harming your family. That's about it. Like, you could be harming the people around you who care about you, but
What
that's
about the
still
s-
your
the
life.
way-
You should be able to do that, just like you should be able to kill yourself with assisted suicide.
And I'm not agreeing nor disagreeing. Personally, I think it's horrid that we would even open the doors for people and encourage people to inject
And
heroin
that's
in their
where
body.
I don't
But
encourage it. I think that by
if they're gonna do it
decriminalizing
anyway.
yeah, but
we need
isn't
to
that
push
like
care? We need to push like the healing process.
what
like,
percentage of our society won't do it because it's illegal, because it's so faux pas, for lack of a better
most
term?
people
What are you
wouldn't do
talking
heroin
about?
because they know that how addictive it is. Like, it is, like, hands down one of the most addictive substances
But
I know of.
if we do have these places where it's legal to do it, how many people are going to say, well, I want to know what it feels like?
I mean, that
Small,
may happen.
very small
I was saying,
percentage.
Yeah, very.
I
But
don't know.
I think more people will come out. I think society would benefit way more that like the positives way outweigh the negatives in this situation.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
The fact is,
And I don't even do
people
this
who are
shit.
well off could go anywhere in the world they want to do any drugs they want if they were really in that
Right.
thought process, if they really desired it. But I don't think that's the case.
People who are using heroin on a regular basis probably are not that well off.
That's what I'm
just going to
saying.
go out on a limb, and
But
I'm a pretty
that's
fat
why we
guy,
need
so
the
the limb's
care.
going to
That's why
break.
I
But
want to push care and give them a location where they can come and not feel ostracized by society, not have to go hide under a bridge, not have to
Okay.
steal pop cans out of people's things to go cash them in.
or
get
go
their
to the
next
bathroom
fix.
at Starbucks.
I would like them to have a building where they can come and talk to a counselor and work through the reasons why they're addicted to
And there have been a
heroin.
few documentaries I've watched over the last year, and I absolutely understand the
Sweden is
mentality.
instituting programs like
Right.
that where they send people to in-house care or something,
Um,
like launch programs. Like, it just makes sense, and it's been proven that we can get better results by loving people and caring about them versus ostracizing them and ridiculing them. You know?
But isn't that kind of where where society has ended up with the everyone gets a trophy mentality?
no,
I don't think so.
No.
And we love everybody instead of
I think that's kind of
I
how
don't
we've
know.
allowed people to end up under bridges or whatever. Like, oh, you can do whatever. Like, everybody has that freedom, that ability. So go end up under a bridge, go end up in a fucking, jail cell. But I don't think that is the same as.
we live in a generation that is looking for a reason to be offended.
Yeah, I agree
I'm
with that.
offended with every moment of every day.
I'm offended by your
Offense.
tentacle porn and your cactus
Fetish.
fetishes. I want to catch up in chat real quick. Dwayne and Casey are going back and forth.
For sure.
Talking about tentacle porn and heroin
Well,
and
Dwayne,
monkeys.
they're arguing on
Mushrooms.
psilocybin mushrooms. Did I say that
pretty
right?
much poised to be legal here, and they've already approved
Yeah.
it for therapies. I'm trying to get my therapist to hit me with some psilocybin, son.
I want to rub it on my feet.
I don't. I want to put it inside my body.
Casey said, Dwayne said, I'm counting down the days till the psilocybin mushrooms become legal right around the corner. Of course you are, so you can just
should make
have another excuse
cactus
to
mushrooms.
only get up at 1 in the afternoon and not,
Like if
you
the
know,
mushrooms
and then
have
ask us everything
porcupine
about your podcast.
things on them too.
Casey said, why would somebody want mushrooms to be legal? People will drive on them or do even more stupid shit.
People do that anyways.
Weed was legalized, and I don't see people driving, under the influence of. I'm sure there are, but
So the thing with weed though is like you can, if you're a regular user, a lot of times, and it's been shown that like you could drive better.
You drive better.
just you can function better. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your
And
normal
that's-
state.
I know
Obviously
people
some of you
that
never
are
smoke weed,
do
they
their
just-
job way better high than
Like
not high.
I couldn't drive on weed. But I, don't
I couldn't
smoke it.
either, dude.
But I
I
don't
pull over,
smoke
take a nap.
I can't drive unless I smoke weed. You know.
Dwayne said
do you do
PTSD
that?
victims, Alzheimer's. It also allows people who are passing to better adjust. Plus, your mind already produces it in the body. It's one of the chemicals that gets made when going through super trauma. Casey said, wow, that's interesting. Really is never new.
Is never new. I'm glad.
She never knows.
Dwayne said, the issue is mushrooms, like weed, gets looked at like a party drug. That's the problem, not the drug itself.
Yes.
I wouldn't even
Casey,
call
stop limiting.
psilocybin
limiting.
mushrooms a drug, honestly.
It's not a party anything.
It's a plant.
Yeah, it's an introspective
I
journey
feel like there's
that you're
some-
getting ready to go on.
Some linen
but
happening
because
right
ravers and, the whole music, music hippie
now.
scene.
I'm so into raving, bro. I'm linen.
Weed and shrooms are
linen
different,
right
but
now.
I don't. Anybody that does shrooms knows what life is like when you're on shrooms. They're probably not going to get behind the wheel of a car. I mean,
I did one time.
Casey
I
said
made it one block.
at Ray 1979, go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Somebody's linening right now.
Linening. Weed and shrooms are definitely different, but I know a lot of people that eat shrooms on a regular basis, and they will not ever drive.
So, I mean,
While they're
I
tripping.
I really like putting shrooms in my spaghetti, and I like it on Chinese food too.
Just so everybody knows, the trick to
I don't want
mushrooms
mushrooms
is you
in
grind
anything.
it up into a fine powder. You put it into orange juice. You mix it up. You get the orange juice with the heavy pulp. And when you mix it in, the texture is just like the pulp. So you drink it down, tastes
That-
just like orange juice.
that would be
and you are
terrible on
high in
spaghetti.
20 minutes. You are flying.
That would be
amazing.
terrible on spaghetti.
Yeah, it would be terrible on spaghetti. That's a fact.
I have no desire. I have no desire.
I have all the desires.
If I was being paid to do a study, like, no more OJ, you will be so high.
I know, because of the vitamin C in there.
Yeah.
It's the perfect.
If I was being paid
I love
a lot of
orange
money to do a study, I would be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what it is about me that makes me angry when I have THC in my system.
Go do some mushrooms and you will have that moment. You will have the introspection.
See,
deep
somebody's gonna have to pay me and put me under medical study because otherwise I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. I don't trust myself because when I'm a little high, I want to kill people.
Oh no.
Yeah, real story. Oh, you weren't here for the story.
No, I wasn't.
The very first time I got high,
Yeah.
my buddy loaded a pipe and he had just cleaned it, but he'd said that it needs to be cleaned, so you have to hit it really hard. So I hit it really hard. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes later, I was like, look, the clock on the wall, it looked like the hands were going forward and backward and forward and backward. And I was having this issue in my brain that I could not control my environment because things are not making sense. And it really, really made me angry.
Yeah, then mushrooms would not be good for you.
Right. And that's why I said I want to be in a controlled environment, in a medical study with people that can monitor my heart rate. You know, I would be interested in actual doctors doing a study to figure out what is it about this guy that triggers this stuff and triggers an angry emotional response.
I've never
Well,
heard
it
of
was
anybody
so
getting
bad.
angry.
It was so bad. Everybody was laughing at me because everybody else is high.
Yeah. So which
I'm
made you
taking
more
it
mad?
personally. I'm high. I'm getting more mad. I picked up a fire poker and started swinging it at some of the people that I cared about most in my life. Some of my very best friends.
Yeah.
We all worked on a security team. So they ended up tackling me, putting me in handcuffs. I was rolling around the floor trying to get out of the handcuffs. I've passed out. When I woke up, I couldn't hardly move my arms because I slept for hours with my hands tied behind my back, and I had rug burns all over my body.
Jesus Christ.
And I remembered tiny bits and pieces, but I was like, what happened? They're like, dude, you're never smoking weed again. You tried to kill us all. If we wouldn't have tackled you and put you in cuffs, you would have killed us. It was that bad. It was like an Incredible Hulk type experience.
Yeah,
and that's why I won't do it.
That's scary. Yeah, I've never heard of somebody having such an adverse response to weed before.
I have talked to a few other people that are like, yeah, I've tried it a few times, and every time it made me mad.
Yeah.
Like, I could definitely see the few other times that I've tried it, it wasn't as intense. But I could see myself, like, if we're hanging out somewhere and a cop comes up and harasses you and I'm high,
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I can to get that gun out of that cop's holster, and I'm going to put it in his head and say, leave him the fuck alone. I don't care if I go to prison. I don't care about any consequences. I'm just angry.
Yeah.
I'm angry at the world, so.
What?
Oh, boy. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to find it right now. Apparently, breaking news. Active shooter in Eugene High School right now.
Cascade Middle School?
Cascade here in Vancouver?
Jesus. Oh,
Okay, Cascade Middle School
in Eugene. I was like, no way.
in Eugene.
Go down there and tackle that nigga myself.
Like, I went to that school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy.
There is nothing that's on. Let's see if any of the news channels have a live update.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't see any live updates yet. So we're going to keep refreshing Google and see what happens. God,
Check
that's
local,
scary.
Jeff said.
Yeah. Oh,
That sucks. Man, it seems like it's like every other week or at least one a month we're getting.
Dwayne, I apologize if I hurt your feelings. I was just kidding. He said, and just for the record, it's not another thing to take, so I can't sleep until 1. Like you, Mr. Paul, I take naps and usually don't take that nap until around 7 after the gym, from 2:30 to 5. I'm tired of hearing you say after the gym. We all know you go to the gym. You don't have to like put that in every
What
single.
gym does
place.
he go to?
All of them. It's Dwayne. We know you pump it up.
Do you guys not want to go to the gym with them ever?
Dwayne?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh.
So every time he makes a statement, it's about after the gym. We know you're going to the gym, bro. We know.
Just letting
You're
you
starting to
know,
look like a
extra
meat-
swole.
You're starting to look like a meathead. Like, should I say every time I take a shit, should I announce it?
Would you please? It's one of my fetishes.
I'm just kidding, Dwayne. I love you to death. Casey said I've done them a few times when I was younger. It was awesome. So if you've done mushrooms when you were younger, would you do mushrooms now and then get behind the wheel of a car and drive? I doubt it.
I would.
So in KVAL, Eugene, Oregon, the update is there was no shooting inside the building. Suspect shot at Cascade Middle School. No kids were hurt.
Very, very good. That's what I like to hear.
Students, faculty, and police are safe after a shooting inside Cascade Middle School in West Eugene, Oregon. A suspect has been shot, Eugene police said. His condition is not yet known. No students have been injured. There was a shooting inside the building. I can't give you more details at this time, Lieutenant Jennifer Bills with Eugene police said. The interagency deadly force investigation team will be coming to take over this investigation. Parents should stay home, Bills said. You can contact your child by phone or text. The school is on lockout. No one will be allowed inside. Students are locked inside their classrooms. Multiple police units are on scene at Cascade Middle School in West Eugene. We got a report of a dispute here at the school. Officers arrived and were dealing with a suspect. The involvement of the interagency deadly force investigation team suggests an officer used deadly force at some point. Under Oregon law, IDFIT investigates all use of potentially deadly force by police. The identity of the suspect and the officers involved are still unknown.
Well, I'm glad they got him. I hope they killed him.
Well, we just got out.
We're probably not supposed to play this, but I'm going to anyways. Because it is breaking news, and we're talking about it.
Outside Cascade Middle School here, and joining me right now is Lieutenant Jennifer Bills, who's going to explain what is happening.
So we got a report of a dispute here at the school. Officers arrived and we're dealing with a subject. So the first thing that I want to say is that no students have been injured inside. No one was harmed in terms of the faculty or staff or the officers. There was a shooting inside the building. I can't give you more details at this time.
I think the suspect's dead. That's what that sounded
Interagency
like.
Deadly Force Investigation Team will be coming to take over this investigation. If you're a parent, I ask that you stay home or contact your child via phone or text, but don't come to the area because we have a lot of law enforcement and a lot of different assets that will be coming in. The school is on lockout, which means that no one will be allowed inside the school for a period of time. Students are locked inside their classroom. Again, students are safe. This is currently under investigation. Those are the details I can tell you right now. We will be working with the school system for how we're going to release students at the end of the day or perhaps earlier, but again, that'll be a decision made by the school, not by the police department. We will be working with them and we'll keep folks posted on that. The main thing is right now all the kids inside the school are safe. Law enforcement is in the area and the investigation is starting.
And the suspect is in custody?
Yes, the suspect has been shot.
Okay.
Oh,
Is he dead?
Wow.
I don't know at this moment. Yeah.
Okay. And for parents listening in, is there
I
going to
didn't think she
be
was gonna say it, but yeah,
something
it's
to
like,
say to
it was
them
pretty
for them
apparent.
picking up
He's
parents
been
or
taken
picking up
down
their
and
kids?
probably in
Is there gonna
critical
be a
condition,
phone call?
not already
There
dead.
will be. At some point, we're going to be getting
Jeff, I'm
together
gonna
with
hook you
4J
up.
about how we're going to release the scene and how we're going to let kids get to go home at the end of the day or maybe earlier. So 4J is going to be
And that's
working on
probably
that
part
with
of
us
it,
right
is
now.
they're, like trying to clean or quarantine an area.
Just to reiterate,
where
no
there's like
students have
blood,
been
so they
harmed
can
at this time.
get the kids
No,
out,
no
like,
students were harmed
evacuate them
whatsoever.
properly.
All the students inside the school
Yeah,
are
they're
safe.
getting real good at this, like this whole school thing. Like,
Thank you so much.
Schools
Thank
all
you.
have different
We'll be
cops
doing a media
sitting
brief with
on
more
board
info
and
as we get
the
it.
response
Okay?
times
Thank you
are
so much.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
improving.
They clearly
We'll
killed
bring you the
kid.
details as they come,
Oh, yeah,
but
they
for
killed
now,
him.
Kelsey
Which is
Christensen
good.
reporting
I'm
live.
happy.
Exactly.
Wow.
And you know there's going to be some jackass parents that are going to go down there and going to be like, it's my kid, you're going to let me in. But, you know, let's
Well,
go.
that's why they already put the news thing out because
I
they're
know.
already stopping parents, obviously.
I know, but like,
we closed
there's going to be parents
the
that are
year
going to come
with
in and be
over
like,
12
get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, that's right. They
Then
got to
they're
do
gonna
that
have to
body
wrestle.
cleanup.
Yeah.
Cleanup. Aisle school.
I'll locker room.
I'm
down.
waiting for some kid video to come out because you know kids in this day and age, everybody pulled their phone out.
Yeah, but I mean, when shootings happen, I don't think a lot of people are running towards it with cameras.
I am.
World Star.
Maybe.
I
Give me
mean,
a million views on YouTube.
Well, like, did you guys saw the one where it was like the Twitch shooting or whatever?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was
somebody
so loud.
shot on Twitch. Before?
YouTube.
Yeah, it was live on Twitch. They were doing a tournament with some kids, and one of the kids who lost.
oh
came and
yeah,
shot-
Florida, in
Yeah.
Florida.
But isn't there? there's
No,
been
it was
some,
in Vegas. It happened.
Was it Vegas?
No, it was in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a qualifying match to go to the
go to
finals
Vegas.
in
Yeah.
Vegas, and this kid lost and got pissed off.
And came back and shot everybody up. But that, with all the cameras in there and all the different people and Twitch live streams, there's still no video of that.
Mesa kills. I know you're. I know you're probably lurking and not listening.
There is.
You need some new bot phrases, bro. The older I get, the earlier it gets late. You need some new bot phrases, bro. Just saying. Just to think of the mental state that our country is in and the people and the globe, but it's happening way more in America than it does anywhere else on the planet.
Well, and yeah, we're the catalyst that sets everything in motion since we're like the major player in the world.
Yeah,
right now.
everybody's going to be a copycat of what we're doing. Well, I don't know now.
Well, they
we're
are.
kind of a laughing stock since.
We're not. Pretty much the whole world has pretty much like come together against Trump. Like, and even people who were co-signing his shit in the beginning aren't now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll be honest. I was one of the people who was right there saying I would rather have him than Hillary. And I don't know how I feel about that now. I'd have to really like sit and think about it.
What made you think that? Just out of curiosity.
Well, her approach with Russia initially, and then the fact that she is just a career politician, and I think like a lot of people, we were tired of the career politicians, and so we were willing to pretty much jump ship and go with anything other than the status quo.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of people kind of got, tricked in that regard. Like we thought this was potentially going to be something else. And for me personally, I thought this guy's so fucking dumb. He's not going to be doing anything. Like essentially he's going to be defaulting to whatever generals or, council he has. And so I really didn't realize
he was going to be appointing people that didn't know what the fuck they were doing?
I watched a thing the other day that said he has been the best thing for America because he's essentially pointing out all the flaws in the, the way that this country is ran. It's showing people the power that the president actually has to do dumb shit.
Right.
And so it's like when we
were talking about that yesterday a little bit.
changes, it couldn't be good. But then when you get one tyrant, one dictator in that position of power, all of a sudden now we have like all these issues or all these threats, potentialities. I'm going to declare national state of emergency.
I said Trump appoint me for
Yeah, right.
something, whatever. Just pick something.
It's just nonsense. Like I said, I feel like a lot of us got duped in that regard.
Like 5-star general.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that. I'm not saying I subscribe to that mentality, but I absolutely understand that. I absolutely understand the dream of making America great again because for years it seems like we have been in a very volatile state. But if you really take a step outside the small picture and look at the big picture, we still are the greatest country on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
By far.
Absolutely.
There's no point in our breathing history that America has not been great. So
America
say
has
make
not
America
been great.
Well, I mean, if you take away, stop looking at the absolute fine detail and you look at the big picture, it is.
Oh,
it is still a very great
agree with
country.
that. Even though Jim Crow law was done 50, 60 years ago, better part of the 250 years this country has been founded.
Make America normal again.
It still is the greatest country. I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
There's a lot of things about our country that are disgusting. There's a lot of things about our country that severely need reformed.
Absolutely.
But when you compare it to other countries on the globe, we still are a great America. Yeah. So a lot of people subscribe to Make America Great Again because they were looking at the fine detail of like what was going on in their backyard. We have homeless problems. We have drug addictions. We have people that hate each other. We have gang violence. Make America Great Again. But what they failed, I think, and this is my opinion, I think what they failed to grasp was the fact that they were buying an idea of Make America Great Again without realizing they're putting their faith into somebody like Donald Trump to try to accomplish that. They forgot about who's trying to put this Make America Great Again message out there. Mm-hmm. They believed in the message, but made the mistake of failing to pay attention to who was preaching that gospel.
I mean, I'll go back to what I said before. I mean, I didn't trust Donald Trump. I don't think anybody did. We all know he's a fucking clown. But I honestly thought that
The scary
people
part-
who are smart and educated, the generals, like I said, his councils, like I expected him essentially to default because he doesn't have the knowledge base. He doesn't know how this shit functions. So
Right.
you would think, in turn, he would default to the people who did. And like I said, also coupled with the fact that Hillary Clinton pretty much sabotaged herself. She sabotaged Bernie. Bernie would have won, hands down. So
The DNC would made one of the biggest, absolute biggest mistakes in their history.
yeah,
The Democratic Party may never rebound.
they'll
from-
rebound. They're absolutely.
I don't know, man. You know how many people have turned away from the Democratic Party and now are anti-democratic
A lot.
because of what happened to Bernie? A lot of people are like, well, fuck that. I'm never, ever. And now you have split parties all over the place. And because we have split parties, it's going to be so much harder to get America on track
Yeah.
and thinking the same way and thinking progress and thinking what can we do to make tomorrow a better place?
I
Because
think
we're
it
still
just takes
fighting
that
over
one
what we're doing
person.
today.
Just like Donald Trump was the one person to pretty much the
Derail
most
us?
divisive person in this country, the person who broke us apart and fragmented us. I think one figurehead could come and do the exact opposite, could unite us again.
And I
put us on the
definitely, I don't disagree with that. I believe that Bernie had that potential
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Think he still does.
I don't think so.
I mean, he's still old
in
and
my personal opinion. But if he decides, if he's on the ballot, depending on who else is on the ballot, I may put all my chips in his corner again. But
I got
we'll
some
see.
news as soon as you're done talking about that or whatever.
Okay.
Regarding somebody dying unknown in, I think, New York, in front of police, and blah, blah. Anyway, somewhat breaking news.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here, I'll share a link.
I wanted to stay away from politics, but this isn't really politics. This is America. I mean, and if we don't have these kind of discussions one-on-one,
Wait, is that no on?
Yeah, well, that's what I feel about most of these heavy topics. Is like if we can't talk about
no,
America,
Jenny, it's not. Jenny, I want to catch up on chat while Sean's figuring out, getting his presentation ready. Dwayne, I want to go back up a little bit. Dwayne said when you eat marijuana, it gets processed through the liver and creates a natural chemical that 4 to 5 times stronger than smoking it. That scares me because I had a little piece of this cookie that a friend of mine gave somebody and he was like, man, you got to try it. Maybe edibles will be the okay thing for you. I've used THC tincture to cure pain.
Yeah.
So and it worked.
CBD,
so he was
though.
it was a little THC with CBD, but it was very light, very light. So he gave me this piece of a cookie, and he said within 45 minutes you were a dick. He went to bed. My old roommate. He's like, I can't deal with you. You're an asshole.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, you send it to me?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna catch up in chat and get to it, because Jeff said opinions are like orgasms. It only matters if I have one. Make America normal again. And then Jeff said, stop thinking about 9/11 and more than 2 genders and kick the snowflakes in the front butt or balls and we will all be good. I don't disagree. But Jenny Artemis says, yo, I am sorry. But is this show always the same 2 white guys and a black guy?
I mean, is that a problem for you? I could leave.
Jenny.
It's Ginny from the block. God damn it.
Jenny. She said, damn.
Artemis Jones got her.
I'll shoot you a link, Jenny. I'll send you a link to a few other podcasts where it's a few other members. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if you are more concerned with what color people are than what the content coming out of their mouth is,
You assumed I didn't like Jive.
nobody assumed that.
I mean, we all assumed it. Only black
Dwayne
guy
said
here,
sometimes there's a darkened black guy, Jen.
right?
How did she highlight her comment?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's Automod. I had to allow it.
And they always say the same stuff.
Dude assumed I
That is
hate a black
fucking
guy.
false. How dare you say I say the same things as Anthony? I will fight you. Ginny, which block are you on?
Yeah,
I just always see a different black guy, and they always say the same stuff.
That is offensive. I'm honestly hurt.
New York City, okay, and want to come through, fams?
Yeah, I want to come through.
I've
Where
been
you
to
at?
New
Nick?
York.
You in New York?
I don't say shit the same as anybody on here. Oh, that's Dwayne.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't give two fucks what color you are.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be purple.
That's one of the things that makes America great. Color is irrelevant when
I'm
it
still
comes
upset.
to skin tone.
I say the same shit as Anthony.
No, I
will-
think what she's trying to say is me and Sean are always talking about the same shit, and we always have a token black guy involved somehow.
I hope that's what she's saying.
That's what it seems like she's trying to say to me.
I talk about different stuff all the time. I talk about cactuses, like not every episode.
Tentacle porn.
I mean, it's
A lot of times we say a lot of the same things, but because we talk about current events and stuff that's current is updating yesterday's news with today's updates of yesterday's news. That's the way it happens.
some crossover.
If you want to watch, there's thousands of podcasts out there. If you want to find slug porn, catch me on Jamaica Ave and 168th. Oh, you getting gangster? How about that?
Damn.
How about that?
She at
Get outta
168. She might actually be black or Mexican. I
Now
don't
I
know.
feel like somebody's trolling.
Yeah, I don't feel like you on 168.
Baisley Boulevard.
Shit. Baisley would be better though.
I'm from Yonkers, yo. Get out of here.
From 4th Street down by
You can shout out all the boroughs if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm recognized by Zulu Nation. Are you? And I'm a white guy. How about that?
I'm from the van.
Josh,
down
are you
by the
even
river.
from New York City? What difference does it make, Jenny?
I was gonna say, can you not
Are you
tell?
trolling? Can you
Yeah.
troll any harder?
If you don't already know,
Are
nigga,
you really
then
that
we can't even be
thirsty
friends.
for a little bit of attention?
Yes.
I got an idea. You're in New York. Why don't you do yourself a favor? Go down to the market. Go down to the corner market, okay? Take your ass down to the corner market. Go buy a fucking pork chop. Put it on a fucking string, okay? And when you put it on that fucking string, put that fucking string around your neck and walk down the fucking street. See how many fucking dogs come and try to play with you, okay, Jenny? Fuck.
Got him.
Now that I got that off my chest. Jenny, thanks for being here. Yo, Mang, that pernil is delicious. She's getting the attention trolls get. And with that, Mom's laughing. You want to say hello to my little friend, Jenny? It's called a pork chop. Tie it around your fucking neck and maybe the dogs will fucking come out and play. So. Oh. I can't show this, bro. Man live streamed some of his last moments.
There's no death on camera or anything of that nature.
The city of Patterson, New Jersey is searching for answers following the death of 27-year-old Jameek Lowry, who died under the circumstances after seeking help at a police station. Man.
Ironically. No, you can play it. I already watched it. There's nothing bad in it.
What?
I already watched it. There's no.
Why we gotta get so deep today, man? Like this. Is this literally like you watch it and listen to it too?
Oh, I didn't listen to it.
Acting so funny. What's wrong, Billy?
My doctor said I have Skittle Pops. Maybe all white people have Skittle Pops.
Skittle Pops.
Skittle Pops.
And then Daddy
Sorry.
of 5 got his sentence reduced too. That's another.
Yeah, I don't know what that Puerto Rican dish is.
I need help. Go to the hospital. Somebody trying to kill me. I'm here to see. Y'all think y'all trying to kill me. Somebody help me.
Oh, what happened?
People are crying out for justice. You see the people are upset. People are aggravated. They're tired of going through this.
Can y'all please give me some water? Look at my lips.
I'm gonna now.
Water. I said water. Oh, y'all gotta kill me. Y'all gotta kill me, man. They gotta kill me. Can I get some water? Please.
They might have it out of the ambulance.
Yo, they gonna kill me in the ambulance.
Wow.
Damn. What happened to him?
I think he took some ecstasy.
Psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah, he having a hard time breathing.
He's screaming out.
I'm actually from Washington State. Right next to Portland, Oregon, actually.
Wait a minute. He had facial injuries all over the place?
Yeah, could you not see how bruised and battered his face was? His face was all swollen.
I want to see that.
Go back. I mean, just go back to when he was talking.
No, Laurie's family said that he had facial injuries when they saw him at the hospital.
Yeah, that nigga was beat to death. Was he in police custody initially or something?
No, he went to the police for help. For help.
From the complex back to the ER, we want to know a lot of things. We just want justice.
I see y'all trying to kill me. Why y'all trying to kill me?
Yeah, look at
Why
his
y'all
face.
trying to kill me? Officer.
Man, that's sad.
And I said I need help. I need help. Go to the hospital.
I can't watch that again.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Why you do that, Sean?
I mean, I didn't feel that sad watching the video, but I didn't hear it. It was muted, so my apologies.
Well, then you're just a bad person.
No, you know what? This is the kind of stuff that needs to be
Talked about, yeah.
exposed.
Yeah.
I just wish we had some more detail. Like, what happened to him? Why was he so beat up like
Well,
that?
it
Did he
said,
fall?
obviously, the police admitted that they had to restrain him and use force, physical
So
force.
they fucked him up.
He called 911 before he went to the police station and admitted he took ecstasy.
Okay.
So he was having a bad E-trip.
So he's probably just overheating, potentially.
Probably.
even.
That's why he needed water. That's
Yeah.
what happens when you take ecstasy.
Yeah.
It dehydrates the fuck out of you.
Exactly.
And then they had no compassion, clearly, and
Well, they
fucked him up.
just looked at a black man and thought he was fucking nuts, and he kept accusing them, "You trying to kill me? You trying to kill me?"
You're right about both of those things. We got a great food and gaming culture, but
Gaming culture.
yeah,
yeah,
What kind of gaming culture is in Portland?
I
There's
mean,
a lot.
a lot. Portland, Seattle area, Pacific Northwest. Up north is where they did the like Dota, like qualifiers and stuff.
There's all kinds of competitive
Yeah, there's a lot of
gaming
competitive
around
gaming
here.
in this area.
Oh, like video gaming.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
I mean, also tabletop.
That's what I was wondering. What kind of
Yeah.
gaming is she talking about? She's talking about like hunting, small
Yeah,
game,
also
quail,
that.
squirrel,
There's a lot of games.
porcupine.
All the roadkill hunting.
It's not raining right now. Actually, it's
Is it not? I
it's
thought it
kind of
was.
overcast. No, I thought the sun was gonna come out earlier, but maybe the sun will come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was very disheartening, and that's one thing that we're gonna have to pay attention to in the news over the next. That's a recent thing, Sean.
Oh yeah, it just was posted.
Ginny said we're on
2
a
hours
gaming
ago.
website, video games.
Look, man, I'm on a video game website because it's not a video game website. It's Twitch, and Twitch isn't just for gamers anymore.
IRL, man.
There's a category called Just Chatting. There's a category called Twitch Sings, where you can hear some of the worst vocalists in the world do their renditions of karaoke songs.
I wouldn't even call them vocalists. That's a stretch.
The yodelist doing Lady Gaga. She said, okay. I'm just kidding, Jenny. From the block.
This
Yeah,
crunch
that
fitness
shit breaks
ad
my
has
heart,
this hot
dude. I'm
chick
so
on it.
tired of this stuff. Casey said, I have retro games. Bet y'all didn't know that about me.
I mean, so do I.
I'm going to leave that one alone. There's another cat infected with bubonic plague in Wyoming.
Really?
Like a little
A
feline
cat in Wyoming is now the third feline in the state to contract the bubonic plague within the last 6 months, according to health officials.
I hate getting the bubonic plague, man. It sucks.
Europe thinks it sucks.
Yeah, no shit.
You just can't. It's not easy to
No
get the cream
shit.
anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird. things
Jeff.
like,
Jeff just said, you seen the story of the wrestler who was forced to cut his dreads? Been there,
did.
done
We
that,
talked
already
about
covered it.
Yeah.
There's a video on YouTube for it.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, as a wrestler, I
In fact, I'm gonna go find that video
100%
for you.
co-signed them cutting his fucking hair. Just so you guys know, I know that's probably controversial.
I
but
was a high school wrestler.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a high school wrestler, and anybody who's done wrestling, have somebody come grind their fucking hair against your face, because that's gonna happen when you're wrestling. It's inevitable.
Yeah,
It's gonna get in
mom.
there.
Mom made a very good point. Not a good time to furlough health officials. All of our health officials, like the FDA and all of the CDAs, Center for Disease, whatever.
Center for Disease
Those guys?
Control, yeah, CDC.
They said at the weigh-in the hair should have been cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I absolutely agree with that.
CDC, right? Center for Disease Control.
Yeah.
All of those guys are not working right now because of the government
They said it
shutdown.
at the weigh-ins. They should have been cut. Well, then he should have cut it at fucking weigh-ins. Like, I have no sympathy because I used to wrestle and I know how effective hair can be. Like, it's a weapon, and that's why they make people cut it or wear a cap. And if your cap continually comes off, they're gonna do something. That you can either forfeit the match or you can cut your hair.
Right.
And I think that's probably what they proposed to him. Is like, you either have to, because your cap's not staying on. It's come off 2 or 3 times. I think is like the limit they
There it
normally
is.
do. But it's tough.
I'm offended by that.
There you go, Jeff, for your future YouTube watching enjoyment. They didn't tell him at weigh-in.
Oh,
That
they
was the
didn't
issue.
tell him at
No, they didn't tell him at weigh-in. They told him when he got side of the ring, and the ref was like, "No, you're not wrestling. You're forfeiting unless you cut your dreads right now."
Okay, well, that would have been an issue for me.
Yeah.
At least a little bit. Did he not have a cap? Because that's what I'm confused on. I assume
Headgear. Where was his headgear?
But normally they make you wear like a kind of like a swimmer's cap almost, but it's like
Right.
you know, to contain your hair, and then you put the headgear.
I don't know.
over it.
That's probably a new thing. We didn't have those when I was wrestling in high school.
Yeah, they
we just had the
definitely
ear.
did. Well, because we had
it,
girl
it looked like a
wrestlers,
jock
and
strap
girls
that goes in her
wear-
head.
well, or have long ponytails sometimes, and so they would make them like tuck it up in a cap.
Do you
and
have
put headgear over it.
Do you have to wear headgear when you wrestle?
Jenny?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely had to.
some
In
reason I
practice, we didn't have to, but in meets, we
But
had
in
to.
meet you have to because you could lose an ear or something.
Yeah. Jenny just
I
said,
feel like I remember like them. Sometimes there's people.
"Ooh, Josh, you just got called out, bro." Jenny said, "Damn, Josh, misrepresenting wrestlers and black people.
How?
Someone remove the card.
How am I?
Someone needs to
misrepresenting-
take away your black
How
card.
am I misrepresenting?
Your BPP
misrepresenting
card is
either?
just
I would
getting
love to know
revoked.
that. So Jenny's gonna teach me about wrestling now. Jenny from the block, go on, tell me all
Hey,
about
she
it.
might though, dude.
Good luck.
She from New York, though.
Considering I've
And
worked
she-
with the best in the world.
And she talking about
Do
like,
you know who Melvin Douglas or Brandon Slay are? Because I've
Hey,
trained
bruh,
with them. Do you know?
she
who,
making reference to Puerto
you know
Rican
who Donnie
foods though,
McPherson
bro.
is? He was my coach.
She's
Do
making reference
you know
to Puerto
any of the names
Rico,
in wrestling,
bro?
Because if you do, you know who I am.
She knows Fat Joe and Big Pun, bro.
Yeah.
Angie Martinez and shit.
How about don't embarrass yourself in your lack of wrestling knowledge? How about that?
So once upon a time,
At band camp?
there was a wrestler wearing a flute.
Where was he wearing it?
Oh
To
man,
be
you know what?
continued.
I don't want to. Ooh.
Like what?
Jeff said Josh looks like a scuffed Drake.
Nigga, I'll take that. Can I get some scuffed Drake money?
Yeah.
Please?
Jenny said, but he did know when they asked to cut his dreads.
Yeah, because I heard the news. Like
Oh,
everybody
Dwayne said it was
else.
Angie Martinez's birthday the other day. I
But
love
just
Angie
like
Martinez.
anything in the news, there's additional details that you may not get, and so having that additional details could change your opinion or the entire story.
I don't like details. I just like generalizations that
He didn't
don't
know
lead to anything.
when they asked to cut his dreads.
I agreed I didn't know that, but like I said, it definitely changes the scenario. If it was at weigh-ins, it's different than if it's at ringside.
Right.
But regardless, if your hair is an issue, you need to be wearing a cap. That is
Yeah,
pure
if,
and simple.
if you pass at weigh-ins, you should be able to get on the mat.
What if they came to his house that
the refs
night
may not
after?
have been there for weigh-ins. They're supposed to be because they're supposed to
Right.
like let people know stuff. But that's not always the reality of the situation, especially when you have low-paid referees who show up late to meets or something.
I just see Jenny having this big attitude. Like,
I want to know who
She got-
Jenny is. I probably know the bitch.
she got these big, long Boricua nails. Because she said, oh, so Josh should have known the whole story. As a grown black man, shouldn't he know this? Because, so if you're black,
not
you
grown.
automatically have to pay attention
Yeah.
to black news and black news only. So us whiteys can talk about Trump, but you got to talk about
Yeah,
the nigga business.
This is like the most ridiculous like train of logic. Like what are you saying? I have to know every single black everything just because my skin color
Yes.
is that. Like that's the most ridiculous like
and this is
form of
why
logic.
people thought that we need to make America great again.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
It's honestly sad.
You were absolutely supporting the Trump. What am I looking for?
I don't know.
Yeah, never mind. Josh looks like a mix between Drake and Dak Prescott. Go get your royalties, bro.
Nigga, are you for real?
That's Dwayne that said that.
Yeah, I like Dwayne. We could be friends, bro.
You haven't met Dwayne?
No, we haven't met yet.
All right, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Dwayne.
I've seen pictures of him. I just haven't met him.
Okay. It's really because he is talking about it on stream. Who cares? It's a podcast. In a podcast, we talk about whatever we want to talk about.
We just pulled up the article and then started talking about it. I'm sorry I wasn't an expert in the entire every case that we brought up.
How dare you not have gone down there with the NAACP yourself, bro?
That's my bad.
How dare you? Like, you should have called Sharpton. You should have called Jackson. You should have called Farrakhan and marched your butt right back down to that school.
Should have revived MLK and Malcolm X and fuck. Yeah, like I said, there are things that obviously I would change my opinion on, but
now Dwayne's trying to get on your fame tip because he said let's go get that money after he said you look like a mix between Drake and Dak Prescott. So apparently he believes that he's owed a piece of your royalties.
I mean, nigga, if you'll be my marketing manager, you can have a piece. I'll give you 10%.
If you want to be my spokesman, if you can go and chase something out of that,
yeah, nigga, I got you for the 10%.
By all means. But insert ghetto accent. Damn, man, how you gonna let the culture down like that? Shut up, Jenny.
Who is Jenny? So Jenny is for sure black now. Confirmed. Jenny is a nigga.
The last name is Artemis. Artemis.
Artemis?
Artemis. It depends on what part of Greece you're from, apparently. I don't know.
How you?
I don't give a shit. You know any black people with that last name?
No.
That's what I thought.
I want to change my last name.
Because that looks like somebody with a big schnoz, and it's going to be like, Opa, when she gets married and busting plates.
I would assume that's probably not her last name. That might be like a character she plays in a game or something.
Probably, but whatever.
I don't know. I'm just taken aback as to why she's so offended. I didn't know every single aspect of the story.
Jeff said, I'll be back, going to make great again and get a quarter pounder with cheese and some sodium-covered potatoes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
From that Idaho McDonald's.
Yum.
Dwayne said, Josh, you should have called the people from Wakanda. You should have.
Wakanda forever.
You know, maybe they would have encouraged him to put a spring around his neck.
Just so you guys know, I'm writing my movie review for Black Panther, and it's not glowing like everybody else's is. The 97% it got on Rotten Tomatoes is nowhere near what my review is going to be.
I haven't even seen it yet, so I'll watch it before I read your review.
I'm watching a ducks go down a slide.
You're watching ducks go down a slide? Mm-hmm. That's the kind of stuff we need now. Because you just rained on my parade, bro.
I know all this negativity.
People getting killed and shot. I was scrolling for something else that's non-political, and this article I came across says, police, officer killed by driver who was texting leaves behind a wife and a 10-month-old son. And it's a picture of him holding his kid.
On my wall.
Glad we went to such a upbeat and...
Make America great again. Take away people's cell phones while they're driving.
Self-driving cars, that's what I'm pushing for.
Self-driving cars, yes. Then you could eat those mushrooms.
Did we bring up the video of...
Whoa. Jenny said he done turned his back on his culture. Dang, Uncle Tom.
Excuse me. First of all, I'm half white, and I enslave myself every day. So there's that.
You know what we got to do.
Second off,
hang on.
I couldn't be an Uncle
Tom.
Go
ahead, bro. Get your tangent on.
No, fuck this bitch. I just want to know, like, who the fuck this bitch really thinks she is? Because I can be black or white. I can do whatever I want. That's what being mixed is all about. So, and culture, we're all in the American culture. So there is no, like, what are you, African culture, bitch? Like, what are you? Let me know. I'm upset. This is offensive.
I got another video for you to play here.
Okay, here we go.
It's gonna be great. This one's a lot more upbeat.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it the duck sliding down the sled?
Well, I did that, but then I also have another one. This other one, it's actually something we can actually talk
Jenny said, thanks FunkShop TV. I'm actually Biggs. This conglomerate is FunkShop TV that has numerous black people involved.
Right.
Numerous white people involved.
I wish I could say I was the token, but I'm not even dark enough.
We don't even... token is just such a stupid word. That's why we use it, because it just makes fun of shit. I'm the token.
Can I be the black guy?
I'm the
Or is that
token...
offensive?
Crack a Japanese Chewy... Like...
Don't hurt yourself.
No, I'm trying to figure out how I can say this without offending somebody.
Oh, please offend people.
Some of my friends used to call me
people.
Jap McKiken because I'm Japanese. I'm supposedly Irish because my last name is Hammond, and somewhere along the lines there's some Jewish in my bloodline.
Legit.
So I'm Japanese, Irish, and Jewish, so they called me Jap McKiken. But there's also some Native American thrown in there somewhere.
So you just a mutt like the rest of
I'm
us.
a mutt. I'm Heinz 57. I'm a perfect mixture of all the best spices.
I'm Heinz 53. Just not quite as good.
You're missing a few?
Yeah.
I'm missing a few spices.
Oh, Jenny said, so these mulattoes trying to play all sides, eh? Everybody should be trying to play all sides. If we're not all on the same side, then we're...
I don't know why you're getting worked
This
up.
is the problem. This is why I'm so against Trump as well. Like,
Jenny, you're about to be
we're
ignored.
so disconnected. We're so fragmented, you know? It's not... There is no black and white. There is no this... Like, we're all one, you know?
How long ago did Michael Jackson say it don't matter if you're black or white?
That's not a great example, though.
One-
He's like...
One love.
What?
One love.
One love?
I'm missing a part of that.
One love.
What do you mean?
One love.
It's a song?
Doesn't matter
There
if you're
is
black or white.
There is a song, One
No,
Love.
not that one?
Where is the love?
Yeah, where
Black Eyed
is the
Peas?
love?
Where is
Yes.
the love?
Yes, that's the song. that was
Jenny,
on.
I do still love you, though, girl. I ain't mad at you.
All right, let's move on to the Ducks.
All right. Wah. But remember, the internet is serious business. No, it's not.
Wait, did you... So that's sarcasm, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're being facetious?
I got you, Jenny. The internet is serious business. She just likes to get us riled up. And it's exciting, you know. Jenny, we appreciate you because we were getting a little monotone and drab for a second. So you brought us back to life. Feel better now.
Now we're moving on to self-driving cars.
Oh, I'm so
This
ready.
This is Toyota's.
Oh, I bet you still have to sit by the steering wheel, right?
Not
Just say
thi-
fuck
not-
it now?
Why is the
not
steering
this
wheel
one.
upside down? Bad editing, Sean. Did you see that?
In Las Vegas.
You didn't even
And I've
catch
seen
that,
a lot
editor?
of
I did.
Self-driving.
I think it was 'cause the
tech
wheels were
so
turned,
far here at CES. Like if you walk through any of the halls with cars in them, there's tons of like open room concepts and things like that. But they feel kind of useless, you know? Like as long as they're still in a concept phase, they don't really feel real yet. The idea is we're building the interiors of these cars now for this autonomous future where you don't have to be sitting at the wheel. So you can turn around, face your friends,
No, I
kind of
mean-
feel like you're in a
I know,
moving
I know.
room.
I'm getting to it.
Lots of glass. It's very different. And I've seen a lot of that all over the show floor. Really far out stuff, crazy shapes, huge chunks of glass, and stuff built for autonomy. Actually, BMW, I think, had a sort of a happy medium. They showed me what they called the iNext, which is sort of a really futuristic vision of a next-gen car, but not too far in the future. So it has these wide-open spaces and touch-sensitive fabrics and surfaces for gestures, but it still sort of seems like a normal car. But still, without the actual self-driving tech in action,
Y'all are
it's just
dumb.
kind of half the story. So then I got an email from a company called Yandex. You may know them as a Russian tech company. And they said, hey, come check out our autonomous car at CES. I'm kind of thinking, okay.
Now, I got to question that real quick. Can I?
I thought this was Toyota.
We're going to pause it and talk about this every once in a while, so maybe that'll keep YouTube from, like, muting us when it gets there. But let's go back to this for a second.
It's fair use if we're talking about it, right?
And it's just kind of half the story. So then I got an email from a company called Yandex.
Now, I don't think the company is actually called Yandex. I think it's called Laurel.
You may know them as a Russian tech company.
Laurel.
They said, hey, come check out our autonomous car at
The
CES.
Adirondacks.
I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, I've seen a lot of autonomous concepts and things like that. How could this be much different? But then they said, listen, we have a fully autonomous, driverless car hitting the streets of Las Vegas with all the other regular cars right now. You can go for a ride. You in? So I'm super in. Let's do it.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
So when these come out, does that will that allow smoking and eating and drinking in your car be legal again?
No. Well, I would assume if it's just you, as long as you don't have like, children and stuff again, because you can still smoke and stuff in your car, right?
It's illegal in Washington.
It's illegal now?
Yeah.
Just in I didn't know that.
I think in Oregon as well.
With nobody else?
Huh?
Even if you have nobody else in the car, you can't smoke
You
and
cannot
drive?
smoke and drive.
Because it's like a distraction or something?
It is
like
illegal.
Cell phone?
Yes.
Wow, I did not
It
know
falls under the same category as cell phones.
I-
Eating and drinking, the same thing. You're not supposed to be having a can of
Doc,
Rockstar
I
or
knew
coffee
that.
cup.
That's negligent driving or negligence.
Well, it's
Doesn't
apparently.
that have to be, I thought in Washington that has to be like you have to get pulled over for something else.
And
first.
that's what I've heard is a secondary offense, but I've also seen a lot of reports about people getting pulled over because they were seen taking a drink of their coffee cup. So I'm not sure. A lot of people say it's like the seatbelt law. It depends on if the cop wants to pull you over or not.
So here's the solution to the problem: just heavily tint your windows.
Then you get pulled over for tinting because
Yeah, but if you have your window cracked down a little bit and they see smoke rolling out your window, or you flick your ashes, they can pull you over for it.
Smoking out their cars every fucking day.
Right. No, I know. Well, we see
Next to
people
cops.
texting on their cars every fucking day, too. It doesn't mean it's not illegal to do.
Yeah.
We work in the nightlife industry. We see people leave a fucking bar every weekend and get into a car and drive when we know they shouldn't be driving.
It's just a taxation crimes.
I mean, I'm okay with it. Smoking is like it needs to go. I don't understand like how we've justified cigarette smoking when we outlaw. We'll ban anything. We'll ban plastics because it has too much BPA in it. But cigarettes are legal.
You know how much tax money the states and the
Doesn't that
federal
we can
government
get that off
of
of weed, but that's still federally
I agree.
illegal.
Hey, look,
it's just like nigga. If it's a money thing, let's make money. If it's not, then let's not.
Well,
like, is it health or money? Like what the fuck is
Let's
it?
dive into this for a second. Do you know who owned the tobacco fields?
White people.
Years and years ago?
Nah.
Politicians.
Like politicians just in general, like owned.
I mean, the big tobacco farms where they were getting pipe tobacco and then cigarettes started being manufactured.
Yeah.
A lot of those plantations, for lack of a better term, were owned by politicians.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. Gross. It's just disgusting.
So the car itself is a retrofitted Prius. On top is radar, LiDAR, and camera array for the car to map out its surroundings. I think as someone who's used the autopilot from a Tesla, it helps me to not be as nervous in the back seat, but it's still crazy
Hey, it
not
doesn't
having
fall under
anyone
DUI,
in
Jenny.
the
It falls
driver's
under
seat
distracted
at all
driving.
as the car navigates the streets. There's a safety engineer in the passenger seat which had a kill switch next to him for if anything happened to go wrong or it needed to be interrupted. But we did about a 15-minute loop around real streets, real drivers, real people, and everything went smoothly, and it was kind of still trippy the whole time.
And that's in Vegas?
This really feels like the future, I gotta say. It might not be this crazy self-driving interior that everyone else is talking about, but this tech part is cool to me. The details are that this is a small area in Las Vegas that was already mapped by this company, so it was a predetermined route and the car knew where it was gonna go. But everything else, road conditions, the other cars, the pedestrians, the traffic lights, the turns, speed changes, all of that was decisions made by the car. But all of that makes sense for a taxi. I mean, you map the town or city you want to be in, you have predetermined routes for pickup and drop off, and then the taxis are driverless and they just go from there. And the even cooler, nerdier part is these iPad Pros you're seeing, that's a visualization of what the sensors on top of the car are seeing in real time. So the radar, LiDAR, and cameras are all combining to identify what is other cars on the road, what's pedestrians, what is
That's
a
a
stationary
trip.
object.
I just got a technology boner.
Away in every direction. So
super
things
boner
6,
right
7.
now.
Could you imagine if we had that like decades ago?
Like cams?
Sean wouldn't have had to ride the bicycle all the way to
I
Woodland.
know, exactly.
Cars away, we're on the
hop in a
iPad that I
taxi.
couldn't even see in real life out the window.
Uber.
So there are some red paths.
Poussoir, please.
And when we start driving, you're going to see some green paths. And basically what I'm seeing here is it's evaluating what's currently happening on the road and what's about to happen. Red paths, no good. Green paths, good. And it takes the green path and has a predetermined destination. We're in a left turning lane, so you can see way up ahead where it wants to go. And it's just going to follow where it can. Based on the cars around us, you can't really merge right now, so those paths are red. But it has a green path, and it has a bunch of other possible paths to take if it wants to switch it up. But right now, it's all green.
And the best part is the reaction from other people on the road was pretty great. There's people pulling out their phones to record the driverless car. People
Which
kind
is
of stare a
illegal.
little bit at stoplights when they realize what's going on. And apparently
Well,
Las
could a
Vegas
passenger.
cops think it's pretty funny too. But overall, the 15 minutes we spent in this
Cops
car
think it's
were a
pretty
lot
funny,
of fun.
too?
I learned a lot.
Dwayne said, imagine if you're driving and running from the cops and the car gets taken over and drives you straight to jail.
That was
Looking at these iPads
that
and
will
what
happen.
they were seeing
That's
as the car
fucking
drove
great.
around. And this gave me a sort of an optimism for the future of self-driving tech. So that's pretty much it. Figured I would share my experience. Would you let yourself
Whenever there's a little camera inside the car that can designate your skin color, and if you're black, a little gun just comes out and it shoots you anyways.
Get driven in a
then
driverless
drop
taxi.
the gun on you.
Really poorly tasted
with other
joke.
people you think would be interested.
Funny,
and I'll
but
leave some
poor
links below
tasted.
with some more information so you can look it up if you
Sprinkle
want to see
some
that
crack on
too.
'em.
Either way, thanks for watching. See you
That's
guys in the next
the
one.
Chicago edition.
Peace.
That is
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
that is exciting. That is very exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, the car automatically tases you.
So how many people do you think are going to be jerking off while self-driving cars are going? Do you think that's going to be like the new fad, or?
All of them. Yeah.
Be a new fetish right there.
You know, not only is that going
Looking at people.
Jenny said Chi-Town represent.
I'm going to FetLife right now. And I'm
Not only is that going to become, actually, we never did explore the top 10, a modern top 10 list of fetishes. Now, what it's probably going to end up doing is opening a brand new chapter in driving laws.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's going to be a whole new list of stuff you can and can't do in your driverless car.
But I think it'd be much smaller because you're essentially not doing anything. Like the car's doing.
We would
everything
think.
itself. At least that's where I see it going. Maybe initially.
But there's probably going to be like sexual and misconduct stuff that's going to be on this list. There's probably going to.
That's why you get tinted windows.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe unless they do something where it's like you can't see out. It's like two-way glass or whatever, two-way mirror.
Right.
That should be a
So
thing.
people can't see in, but you can see out.
But
Which I would
isn't
say mandatory? Mandatory.
Casey
That's
said
why I
let's,
want my
let's
car.
not.
I want that in my car.
Same.
Isn't overly tinted windows illegal in most states?
Yeah, that's what I said. Instead of overly tinted,
what's
privacy glass?
Yes.
Well, privacy glass, I think. Is
One
different
thing
than
though.
tinting.
One thing I think is cops don't really give a shit. At least in Oregon and Washington anymore, they do not care how dark your fucking windows are tinted.
I mean, I had a friend get pulled over recently for having
It's
too dark.
super rare. Like you have to. I think you have to be kind
gotta
of doing,
piss 'em off or something.
Yeah. But if you're driving like a normal person.
Dwayne, I think that's a very good question. That's very relevant. Dwayne said, how many computer hackers do you think will fuck this up?
A lot. That's actually something that they've talked about recently.
They can do that with regular cars.
With regular cars or just newer cars in general.
So can
them
we hack
potentially
into
being
the
hacked.
systems? Like if there's driverless taxis, right? Driverless Ubers?
Yeah.
Can we hack into the systems and check the cams for all the cute girls and just reprogram it to come to your house?
Yeah, and I think that's probably going to be
I
an
already
issue
started
at
that,
some
bro.
point. Like there's gonna
Sounds like
be
I already did it.
hackers who are
I
going to
got
be able to
I got a few in my basement
get
right now.
into different.
What do you think I was working on last night? It wasn't those
It would
videos.
require high-tier security or unable to be accessed from the internet.
Yeah,
One
but
would
even
think,
still,
but
but if
there's-
it's a computer, it can be hacked.
Yeah,
is
if
the-
anything, if
you know.
anything's got a Ethernet cable to it, it can be.
Well, even if it's not, it's got to have some sort of Wi-Fi or something to be able
Right.
to communicate. And then if you have internet sources coming in, so you can use phones, and if it's like a hotspot or something.
Anything that's networked.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be able to be taken advantage of.
Yes. That is kind of a scary thought, but it's exciting to see this thing on the road and working. That's cool. Very cool.
Truly exciting times.
We need to invent our own music player system.
That'd be dope.
Yes. Josh, do you have anything else you want to add before we end our Friday, Freestyle Friday, right here on What the Funk?
I don't think so. I think
This is
that's
not What
it.
the Funk. This is the Daily Funk.
I will be back Monday though. And see
What
you
the
guys
Funk
then.
is Sunday.
Have fun. I'll be trying to watch you guys during that.
Sunday night.
Mhm.
I don't even know what time we're going live Sunday night yet.
Oh, okay.
Sundays are never on a scheduled time, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be later than earlier.
Later. Well, I will try to watch either way. I'll probably be D&Ding, so. Next level nerd.
That's that Dungeons and Dragons shit, huh?
No.
Bye,
Dungeons and
Casey.
Dragons.
Didn't you say
I said
D&D?
D&D.
Isn't that Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh.
What is D&D?
You don't know what D&D is?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dookies and doormats.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What? donkeys and dressers?
Jenny said, thanks for having me, Biggs and Deuce.
It's Biggs and Wedge, okay?
Don't forget about the token, Jenny.
Yeah.
Bye, Adam.
Bye, Jenny.
Wait, don't go anywhere. We gotta raid somebody.
Much love, nigga.
We gotta raid.
I know you, black girl. I'm coming for you.
Shout out to the Bronx.
168th. I'm coming for that ass.
Shout out to the Bronx. The Daily Funk will be back Monday. We'll be back. FunkShop TV will be back Sunday. I might just jump on tomorrow because there's a lot of political stuff. I see you at the cookout.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. With the watermelon chicken and grape drink.
We going to the cookout, then the swap meet, baby.
The purple drink. Slossons. You know, there's no swap meet in this country that I'm afraid to go to.
Good man. Good man.
We'll talk about that Monday. I've been to Caprini. I've been to every hood on the West Coast.
What's up?
Nothing scares me. You know why? Because I don't see people as color.
You shouldn't. Right, Jenny?
Jenny from the block. Jenny from the block. Blocka, blocka.
Jen.
And on that note, everybody be good to each other. Call somebody, tell them you love them. Give somebody a hug. Shake somebody's random hand. Buy somebody their coffee. Do some random act of kindness and say it's because I give a shit.
I'm going to do that.
Because this country is still great.
Put my hand out at some random person in Safeway.
If you haven't done so yet, please click on the heart.
It's because I give a shit. And then
Up
just
there.
walk off.
Casey, we know you know a lot of people. Make them all get Twitch accounts so they can all follow FunkShop TV and watch FunkShop TV. And Monday, Sean's going to be giving away an Amazon gift card.
Truth.
In order to get that Amazon gift card, you have to go to YouTube. YouTube.com/FunkShop TV. Subscribe to the channel first. Okay? When you go to FunkShop TV on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Like a broken record. Leave some comments on some of the videos. Give them some thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah, there it is right there on chat. You can read that. Stick around. Don't go anywhere because we are going to pick somebody to raid, and we need everybody to raid with us. Follow me, Jesus said, and I will make you fishers of men. Follow us, and we will show you something you probably don't really want to see, but you're going to watch it anyways. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Friday, everybody. Please have a happy and safe weekend.
Happy 4th day.
Make conscious decisions. Do the right thing. Power to the people, and when I say that, I mean people of all color.
And the 57.5 genders, too.
POAC. What is rating? Rating is when we take...
never mind.
POAC. Not POC,
Cactus
POAC.
Is fucking cactus.
So
we're writing.
Within our Twitch platform, we have a bunch of achievements that we need to hit. One of them is rating. So we take all of our viewers into another channel as we leave, and we go and visit somebody else with all of our viewers. So it takes all of our viewers into their channel, and hopefully people will start rating us in the future. So we're gonna go check out somebody else, and you don't have to stick around. You don't have to stay there.
And he ain't linening either.
But when we go there, just do us a favor and say we're here with FunkShop TV and tag us in it to let people know that you're there with FunkShop TV.
Funk. Tell them that you love cactuses.
We love cactus.
Cacti is your friend.
If we go into just chatting, there's so many just... It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, there's somebody jerking off on Twitch?
Probably. Or there's somebody getting a tattoo. He's not very...
Wild jerking off. That should be a challenge. You know, they'll challenge like people put the bandana over and they're trying to do things. You should that should be a challenge. Jerk off while getting a tattoo.
The neighborhood drunk isn't on right now. We can make him lick some blinds. Here's somebody that says smoking on Gorilla Glue.
Casey hates us.
What's that mean? That's what we're doing, Jenny. We're just trying to figure out who we're rating.
Paul's trying to not raid a porn channel.
Yes, because that almost happened one time. I was searching for somebody to raid, and somebody was blatantly showing porn on their Twitch. It didn't last very long. Well, here's a really fat guy at the gym.
All the people I follow are offline. Oh, wait, no, not.
Dude, we might just have to go to a bad karaoke channel.
Go to a little fox. She's online.
What is it?
A little.
Little.
L-I-L-F-O-X.
Oh, L-I-L. A-L-I-L.
A-L-I-L-F-O-X-Z.
Okay. Once again, thanks for tuning in. We're going to go raid one of Sean's friends.
We've raided him before.
Let me pull up, make sure I'm in the channel. I am in the channel, so we're all going. Love you, everybody. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. If you want us to cover anything or you have, make a video of yourself. Just be like, FunkShop TV, I fucking hate you. Send it to funkshoptv@gmail.com.
Buy us a cactus. Send us a cactus.
Go leave some comments on the YouTube videos. The more comments that you leave, the better chances you have of winning the card.
The Amazon gift card, which you could use to buy a cactus.
Mom, I love you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We're going to raid right now. Don't go anywhere. Stay here.
Naked.
Stay here. Here we go.
Buy cactus.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
We've raided her before. You don't recognize her? She's the one that was gluing the lights together. She was trying to make that light thing.
Oh, that's